All right. So, last time, our wonderful adventuring party followed Trovik down into these amazing sewers, following a group of cats. The group stumbled upon a giant shambling mound. It threatened the party a little bit, but they defeated it. Kelma and Gaynor found a small room with some treasure in it and a couple of barrels of wine. The group continued through the tunnels further and deeper, following the cats still, until they came across a darkened room. They put out their torches and kind of like tried to stealth into the room, and they ran into a tall female named Anastasia. Um, Turns out she is one of the brides of Strahd von Zarovich. She accused the party of ruining her surprise party. And as the group was trying to talk with her, a vampire spawn broke out of a nearby coffin and attacked the group. A little battered, a little beaten, the party ended up handling the spawn. Osgood got attacked and drained of some of his life force, as well as Trovik. But they managed to get their wits about them and win this fight for the most part. And then they began to continue to confront Anastasia. Kelma did an amazing job of harassing her with taunts and getting inside of her head, basically saying that Strahd doesn't love her and really getting under her skin. She tried to flee. The party used everything at their disposal to try and stop her and almost did. But she ended up managing to just eke out of Kelma's grasp as she turned into a bat and flew down a tunnel off into the distance. The party looted this area as well, found another treasure chest with some more things and stuff, useful items, and then found 3 cultists that they had killed and took the cloaks off their backs. Apparently, the cats that they were following were actually these cultists that had morphed via the cloaks. The party took the cloaks and can now turn into kitty cats, which is always fun. And Trovik has a new pet friend, as one of the cats was actually a cat. The party themselves decided to go back to this small room where we find ourselves, taking a short rest and kind of healing up. And this is where we're going to pick back up in our session. So,
Oh, God.
you all are in the tiny room. It's pretty cramped in here with all of you kind of piled in. Just for reference and reminder, there is one bed in the room. There's the footlocker that you all have already ransacked. There's some crates of cargo in the corner, and then there are 4 barrels of wine, probably about a little larger than keg-sized, 2 of which say Purple Grape Mash, and the other 2 say Red Dragon Crush.
I joke about bringing these back, but I think that we need to escape with our lives first.
Gaynor is going to kind of look at you and just, well, I mean, we need to bring them back, you know? We can make money off of them, we can complete a task, get the favor done. I mean, they're here.
The favor would be wise, probably.
And to be
Jesus
honest,
Christ,
after what we've
guys.
dealt with, it seems fairly okay down here.
Kelma leans back against the wall and he stretches a bit and he's just like, to be very honest, I don't think anything else is coming. Plus, you know, we got the big guy. And he points at Trovik and he goes, with him here and everyone else, we could carry these cases up. It's not far. Plus, we could use as many friends as we possibly could get.
Is everybody all right? Are you all injured? I haven't done this in a couple odd years, but I could probably pull some of my old tricks back.
I'm fine. And Kelma just still leaning on the wall. He's just looking at his stick and his new gloves.
Yeah, Gaynor just kind of sits there. He's like, well, I didn't get touched, so.
Also nicely untouched for a change.
I think you got the worst of it.
He sort of grimaces.
He kind of looks over
and
at
sort of
Osgood.
nods. All right, then. That's fine. I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Nice.
That's 10 points. Back up to 18.
Nice. And you are still a little pale and a little peckish, and you do have
Oh, yeah,
bite
100%.
marks on your neck. that
Yeah,
Still
no,
haven't
he's
fully
been
healed
feeling
over.
at those for a
Mhm.
while. Like,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, you got bit pretty well. Irina's just gonna kind of look around. She's like, "Well, I think we've rested. Which way is out of here?" She just kind of looks at the rest of you all. It's like, anybody notice anything while we were walking through?
I mean, we're almost back to where we came in, aren't we?
Aye.
Kelmar starts walking, working his way outside as per usual.
Of course.
Is no one gonna help with the barrels?
I'll help. I'm probably not in a good
Not
place
exactly the strongest person.
Gainor strength. Gainor's got a -1 in strength, so this should be
Same.
Kelmar peeks his head in. He's like, well, you. And he points to Branwen. He's like, well, you scout ahead. We'll carry the barrels. And he points to Osgood and he goes, you rest.
Are you sure? I could just use my potency and... He nods casually and sort
I'm
of
just gonna slip
looks
past.
away.
And as you slip past Branwen, you see this same sewer. You see the little bits of floating debris from the direction where you killed that shambling mound at. And you notice more or less the direction that you would come from. Make a history check for me. Hasn't been long, but let's make a history check. Branwen, anybody else who's trying to navigate?
I
Branwen's in
mean,
the lead,
I
so
can
think-
literally see where we came
I
through.
mean, I know you can.
There's Gainor's thing right there.
I know. How long does Mold Earth last? Is it just permanent, or is it
I think so.
duration? Nope, it's permanent. Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so these rock things are now kind of raised up in the sewer water. History 12. So you are aware that this is where you came in at, down here, obviously, but there are a couple of other branching broken pathways and things like that that may also lead out of here, and you remember that as well. Up to you guys. Whoever is lifting, I guess Kelma and Trovik, I would assume, and we'll say Gaynor because Osgood's resting. Make a strength check for me.
Oh my!
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh no!
I just went for bad news.
Trovik's carrying all the barrels.
So Kelma, as you go down and reach down and try and like heave one of these barrels up, it's got a lot more heft to it than you thought, and you're lifting with your back and not really with your legs. Jesus, that's not good. You take 1 point of straining damage, and you are not able to lift up a barrel.
Come on, just lets out a couple curses underneath his breath.
Yeah, you can feel it in your back a little bit. It's like, it stings.
How does it feel being like me now, eh?
Kelma points a stick at Osgood's head and says, "One more word."
One more word.
Pops
Boys,
him, and he
doing
pops him,
alright?
and he pops him in the face. He literally pops him in the face with a stick.
He just grins.
Yeah. Are you hitting him hard, or are you just hitting him?
No, just kind of like a pop in the head.
Take 1 point of
He
bludgeoning
sort of
damage.
clutches. Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
boys doing okay in that?
No!
What's happening?
oh my god, they are beating the crap out of each other for no reason.
I literally can't see, so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Well,
Can't
it's
see.
not.
I thought you had a
I
torch.
apologize.
We
No,
didn't-
aren't you by the
Ah.
candle?
There's no torch.
There's no torch in here.
There's no
I didn't
torch.
put
No.
torches.
It's
I
dark.
apologize. I apologize. I got you, bud. 1 second. Sorry. Because I would assume you would have had a torchy thing. So that's my fault. I knew I did something to this room. Did that candle not light up?
That's what I was thinking.
What a piece of shit.
I can see it lit.
Yeah, maybe it's turned off.
I don't even see my token, so maybe it's just like a lighting error.
Maybe.
Do I not have you assigned properly? That might be
maybe.
it.
Maybe.
No, I have you assigned.
Yeah,
If
try
I move you
refresh
here,
it.
can you see? Zoom out and look for your character because you might be in the wrong area of the map.
Like, go to the lower right-hand side of the blackness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
What
Try
I usually do
refreshing.
is I zoom out to 60%.
Oh no, you can't see. Why can't you see?
I don't know. I don't
Oh
know.
no, that's awful. There we go.
Where's
'Cause you
Okay,
don't have sight.
I found my piece.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go. You have sight. Sorry.
Okay.
That candle was working. Your token wasn't because I had to change it with the cat thing. That's my
Oh.
fault.
Oh yeah.
I had to do things, so we had to do things. But now we're fixed. Now you can see. I apologize. So, as you're kind of like getting up from your rest, you see Kelma and Osgood just like giving each other shit. Kelma kind of threw out his back trying to lift one of these barrels in the corner that Osgood's standing on, and Osgood got popped in the face. Gaynor tries to lift one, and it takes him a bit of a heave, but he finally gets it up. Kind of look over at you, and you are able to carry two of the barrels pretty easily, without much issue. And as you pick up the second barrel, your cat friend is going to jump on the top of the barrel.
This is too cute.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
And
that
travel
animal
with you
companion
with the
voice.
barrel thing.
Can I give it another
Um,
shot to pick up the remaining barrel?
I'm gonna have Irina make a shot first. You
Okay.
kind of pulled your back out.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty. Oh no, what does that do? Did I do that? I did that. Sorry, let's go with... Nope, that's not it. Okay, Irina, roll the dice. Nope,
Oh my goodness.
you can make another shot. Go for it. Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne. Kalmal spits on his hands again, kind of rubs his back for a second, and he's like, "Oh,
You got this
that-
big guy.
that fight with that witch, that vampire, kind of got to me." And
I'm sure that's what it is.
Oh my.
With a
I
heave
swear
and a
everyone
hoe.
has to go in there.
Oscar just looks at the group, he sighs, he pulls out a potion and downs it. That's potency to increase my strength to 13, which is, I believe, a +1.
Yes.
And I'm gonna try my hand at it.
Well, I mean, he was able to lift it up. It was just...
Oh,
It's an ugly
Oh,
lift.
it says Gaino got one.
oh, okay. So it's
Yeah,
it was
Gaynor
a
got one.
DC
They're all
better.
picked up at this point.
Trophy
Never
got
mind.
2 of them, right?
Trovik has 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
Trovik's like double barreling these things with a cat on top of one of them.
Yeah, Trophy has no
Okay.
problem.
And you all kind of make your way out of this room. Nothing much left in this room. And you kind of make your way out. You see Bramwin kind of skip across the stone that Gaynor made. Gaynor's going to rush out as well. Irina hopping right behind, etc., etc. Are you going to the same manhole that you went to?
Unless we want to go another way.
If I might have a word.
By all means.
I'm a little worried about... We did just run into a city sewer out of nowhere and then just go missing for several hours. I am a little bit worried about somebody coming to find us. I don't know. I'm just suspicious, a little paranoid.
Kalma turns to him and is like, "Well, before we went into the sewer, I looked around and no one
There
cared.
was nobody there.
No one cared.
Yeah?
No one looked around. No one. The only person who saw us was some villagers who just probably thought we were strange, and that was it."
This
And besides, we just
town,
cleared
I
out
don't
a
like it.
vampire problem for them.
Ah, you have a point. Alright.
Partially, probably.
Alright, fair enough. Sorry, ignore my paranoid rambling. I'm sure it's fine.
So, you all make your way...
Back.
Oh, sorry. What's up? Trovik?
It's very dark in here.
It is very dark. Do you want a torch?
I
Are you pulling a torch or are you just hopping in
He
blind?
can't. He's
I
got
guess.
two
I-
Again, he's holding
Yeah.
2 barrels.
Does somebody else want to grab a torch for the man?
Yeah. How can Irina see?
That's a good point.
probably Holding on. to
She's
the
out there, so she's holding the torch. There you go. So
She's
now,
holding the
now Trevor can see.
Now there is light.
It's holding out somebody.
Um,
Am I really expected to go across this bridge with 2 barrels?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like a 2-foot step.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
okay.
a step back and forth. Yeah, it's not far. He
I mean,
made a
it's-
5-foot platform in the center, so roughly, yeah, it's like
I
2
got
foot
it.
on each side. You're good. I'm gonna group drag all these fools, cause thanks. And you all make your way back down this sewer. You hear some rats, maybe some bats, but pretty uneventful until you get back to the manhole.
Okay.
Cool. Speed along.
Now, just whoop.
I'm moving everybody. I got you. Boop. There we go. Cool. Okay. And the manhole above you is closed. Who's going up first?
I guess I am, seeing as I'm in the lead, and the people behind me have barrels. So this should be
Oh, that
funny.
makes sense. This should be hilarious. Okay. So, everybody with a barrel, including Gaynor. I need
Oh,
bullshittery
He has
that we have
2. How
barrels
is he
down
getting
here.
up?
Someone's gonna help Trovic out.
someone's
Oh,
gonna have to do some
yeah.
barrel relay. Make an
Set up a ladder
athletics
and
check
pass them
to
up.
get up the ladder. Yeah, I mean you can make a ladder chain if y'all want to.
Yeah.
It'll require everybody making strength or an athletics check.
I have to get up the ladder first.
Oh, hey now.
I mean you can climb up the ladder. Yeah, so that's Gaynor
Okay.
getting his up pretty easily.
God.
It's not terrible.
Athletics.
Oh god. Yep. Cool.
I mean it's not hard to climb up a ladder. You at least get to the
know.
top, Nim.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so and screw it, let's do it for Irina too, just for the hell of it. Boop. Awesome. Okay, so collectively, kind of being carried by Gaynor, you all climb up this ladder one at a time. Bran, when you get to the top first, kind of open the manhole lid and climb out. As you look around the city street, make a perception check for me.
Yeah,
as
I
the
was
rest
gonna
of
kind
you
of try and like lift it and see what I could see first
Oh,
before I
fair
just
enough,
like
yeah.
straight
Yeah,
up pushed it off.
Fair, make a perception check.
That's the wrong button. It's
It's
a
the
good
wrong
thing I have the thing to confirm whether I want rolls or not. Okay.
You look out, you can only see the one angle, but you don't really see anything coming from the south side of the street, per se. And you kind of lift up the manhole lid and climb out, and you're now up top. So I guess you're the top of this relay chain, so this is gonna be fun. As you all, one by one, kind of like, I'd assume that Kelma climbs like halfway up, and then kind of just starts like trying to hand these barrels up.
Yeah, I would say I'm like 3, because
yeah, like
because
three-quarters of the way up.
yeah, because
and
Brandon's kind of weak, so I'm actually kind of almost pushing it up, and she's just kind of like moving it over to the
making
side.
sure it gets over on top, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say with all that and Gaynor kind of like grunt lifting most of the stuff, Irina kind of standing back on the side and holding the torch, just kind of like trying to stay out of the way where Branwen is as she's up top now. Takes y'all about 10 minutes or so. The barrels are kind of hard to fit through the manhole themselves, but they seem to make it. And as you're climbing up and climbing out, you now have the 4 barrels up top. Kelma, you climb up and you make it the rest of the way up. Branwen, your arms are extremely tired, but you've managed to get these barrels out. Osgood, Gaynor, both go up, and then Irina staying down at the bottom waiting for Trovic to go up, so that way she can be the last one up.
Old man coming through.
I was about to say, Trovic, you almost get stuck. But same way you squeezed yourself in, you managed to wiggle and squeeze yourself out.
Kitty on
And-
shoulder and all.
Kitty
Before I
on
make
shoulder
it
and
look
all.
bigger than I really am.
I believe that.
I'm
Or at least
fluke.
that's what you tell yourself. Sorry. And so you all are now in the city street
Mm.
around the manhole cover. Irina climbs out after Trovic does. And the party is now here. Let me change from sewer music to town music. We're now in town. Cool. So, you all are back on the street. Same place you let out. The larger gentleman that was down this alleyway in this direction is no longer there. It's just the singular guard once again. Sorry. There we go. Okay. And you do notice there are a couple of other town guard that are just kind of like patrolling the streets. Town is still just as lively as it was. The shops are still open for business. It's in the afternoon at this point. It's not too late. The people are still in the stocks. Nothing's changed. You're only down in the sewers for probably about 2.5, maybe 3 hours. I think it's getting late-ish. It's probably about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But city's still
Feels
bustling
like
around.
2 weeks have passed.
Hmm.
Sorry. Gotta break
Um,
that fourth wall.
But you are all out, and you have your 4 barrels with you. Standing in the middle of the street. What would you like to do?
I'd
Just
highly
listening.
recommend.
No, go for it.
I'd highly recommend that we make that final delivery. At least with 4 barrels, we might be able to do something.
I agree. Let's earn some quick money. We earned it.
Aye.
Certainly tide them over before we do what we were originally asked for.
You
Aye.
do recall that the promise was not of money. The promise
It
was
was of room and board.
room and board.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
However,
I mean,
as you all are kind of sitting there with your barrels, picking them back up and getting your shit together to begin to go to the Blue Water Tavern or the Blue Water Inn, you hear the voice of a man cry out from a distance.
Wow.
Sorry. It's an older man's voice, and he just shouts out, "Hey, you there!" And you kind of look down the alleyway to the north of you, and you see an older gentleman. I do not have a good token, so I'm going to use this guy because tokens are hard, y'all.
wow, it's an old man.
It's a commoner token. You calm your shit. You know what? Since you're being picky, you get no old
It
man.
is okay.
Alright, fine. It's an invisible old man.
There, you happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a middle-aged old man. He shouts out to you all. You there? Is that wine you got? Sure, looks
Aye.
like wine.
What's it to ya?
Well, I know somebody who'd pay pretty good earnings for a couple casks of wine, a couple barrels of wine. If you're interested in getting it off your hands.
We have a prior obligation, friend.
Kind of looks as he's kind of stumbling up to you, and you can see now he's kind of walking with a cane, but he stumbles up to you a little bit more. Prior obligation with who? Who in the hell needs the wine more?
A tavern?
Which tavern?
That's client privilege, my good friend. Now, if you'll
Indeed.
excuse us, we have somewhere to be.
Wait. What are they paying you?
Just dead stare.
I'm just kind of ushering you guys to keep
Yeah,
moving.
I'm taking them and moving.
Yeah, I moved on ahead already.
Okay.
As I said, good friend, client privilege.
As you all walk off and begin to exit, and I guess the Blue Tavern would be that direction, yes. As you all kind of begin to walk off, he kind of shouts behind you, he's like, I'll give you 50 gold a barrel for them. If you bring them to the Ale Dragon Tavern instead of wherever the hell you're taking them now.
Right then, mate. Whatever you say. And we just keep going.
Okay.
Under my breath, you might be able to hear, fuck, I would love to have that much gold.
Yeah, because I was next to you. Would have heard you?
Oh, 100%.
I would just kind of whisper back and going, well, let's see what we can negotiate at the tavern. We have leverage.
We did just get attacked by a vampire mistress queen fucker, I suppose.
Ganor's kind of gonna
Continuous
say
visual.
to the group, just like, I mean, we gotta go and we said we were going to get the wine from the place anyway.
Mm.
And that's that mission. Why don't we make a bit quick coin?
Kalmon puts the barrel down. He's like, how much wine did we promise?
A shipment, but this is probably about equivalent, eh?
Well, they weren't really specific on what a shipment was, but
Exactly.
if it's from a winery, I'd assume it's a lot, especially for a bar of that size.
Wasn't it only a certain type of their wine?
Ah well, we've got a whole bunch of wine.
Make a history check for me, Brandon, since you asked the question.
Okay.
See if you can recall or not.
Shoot.
That didn't click. Click.
Uh-oh.
Oh, rolls today.
And no rolls.
I know.
Oh, that meme is so true. It's great.
Yeah, it
So you remember something about getting grape mash from that particular vineyard. Was the request. You're not sure if there was any other part of that request. It's kind of fuzzy, but you do clearly remember hearing the words grape mash in that vineyard. The Wizard of Wines. And Ganor's kind of going to look and like, I mean, we need to find a wizard, right? So, the place is called the Wizard of Wines. It would make sense there'd probably be a wizard there.
That is a valid point.
I
We're
mean,
gonna have
Is
to go there
our
anyway.
Great mighty wizard some drunkard sitting in the countryside?
I'm not saying don't go there. I'm just saying we give these to the people in the tavern. That gives us an extension on our contract so we can do whatever else we need to here.
Smart.
Ganor's just gonna shrug. It's whatever you guys want to do.
I do want to go and see the almighty drunkard wizard. That sounds kind of fun.
Kalmon's
you
just,
all are
Kalmon's just sitting on the barrel, just waiting for people to do something.
And Trovik's just double fisting barrels. As you hear the old man shout one last time, crying out, "I'll give you 70 gold a barrel."
Safe travels, mate.
Kalmon picks up his barrel and goes to the group. He goes, what's one barrel?
If you want to give him one barrel.
Well, one barrel. Because they didn't say how many they needed. We give them one barrel. And he looks over to Trovik and go, why don't you lighten your load for one? And
I'd
Rather lighten my load a lot more than that. 75.
75 it is.
At this rate, we can just pay for the room and board.
true. Technically, I did already.
You paid for the one night, yes.
Yeah, I paid for the one night.
I do recall that he paid for one night.
Then why not get rich?
Yeah.
My big thing is morally we've accepted a job to do something for these people. I'd rather not just stiff them.
Gunnar is just gonna play devil's advocate. Nobody said we're stiffing them. If we're going to see the wizard thing, we're gonna obviously bring them back to wine anyway.
Indeed. I was just
They know how far it is away.
Yeah,
They can
I was
wait.
just giving us a couple of extra days with extra supplies for them. We still giving them extra supplies. We probably still get another couple of days on our contract before they run out.
Oh, I thought you were implying that we just sell them the entire lot and just give them nothing.
No, I'm implying that we give them something so that they have supply
right.
for now while we
Okay,
go into
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, that's viable.
Yeah.
I would accept that.
And Kelman's like, plus, let's be honest. We're all here in a strange land and we're all relatively broke. We could use the money.
I
Speak for yourselves.
Okay.
I'm pretty
So-
chuffed.
So the old man's gonna. Do we have a deal? How many barrels can I buy off you?
You can take my 2.
I'm just gonna kind of look up. Like, fair enough. Apologies in advance. My back's not so good. Would you mind bringing them and delivering them for us? The gold is waiting at the tavern. Man of me
Can I
word.
roll an insight check?
Make an insight check.
Fucking alright. What, +5 and I still get 11? You gotta be kidding me. Alright.
Hey, I had a +5 roll and got a 10 above you.
I've been falling off of trees with a +8 acrobatics.
Yeah, no.
Right.
We're all beginning to realize that we just rolled terribly.
We just rolled D20s plus their bonus.
Uh-huh.
I can try with a +0. There we go.
Go for it. I mean, anybody wants to.
Trovin's the only high roller among us.
You can see that this guy is. He's a little bit of an alcoholic, but he seems honest enough. He seems like he's not pulling your leg. He seems pretty desperate for wherever he's getting this wine for to get wine.
Okay. And just to be clear, meta, like what? The tavern asked, they were saying they were out of one specific wine. I don't remember the name.
So the tavern that the Blue Water Inn
Yeah.
uses both the Purple Grape Mash No. 6 and the Red Dragon Crush.
Right.
They only had a day's worth supply of the Purple Grape Mash left and only 2 days worth of the Red Dragon Crush left.
So, a matter of fact,
So-
how about we just give them one of each, and that because we have 2 of each.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Mhm.
One of each.
Yeah, sounds fair to
This
me.
guy's not picky, so whatever y'all want to give.
Okay.
But he does request that you bring it to the Ale Dragon Tavern and deliver them for him or with him. however walk
Plus,
with you.
plus, we have to go to the other tavern anyway to try to get the other mash. So we're getting wine anyway.
Okay.
Okay. What? How far away is this tavern, sir?
It's not too far. It's. Let me look at a map. Yes, I need a map now because I didn't expect this outcome, which is fun.
Leave it to Trovic.
Hey, man.
We're easily bribed.
I have no problem with easily bribed, boys and girls. Pick a place. Yeah, so it's probably about less than like an eighth of a mile out of the main center portion of the city, up this northern road, and then you'll be taking a left and going for just a little bit. It's not far. It's actually closer than the Blue Water Tavern is.
Boom. Done.
So,
Yes, follow.
all right. So as you all begin to make your way, carrying all of your barrels of liquor through the streets to deliver these two, Irene is just going to kind of tag along and stay close to you all.
Close
What's
up.
a marching order through the town?
I'll go
Obviously,
first.
the old man in front, Trovic behind, and
I
who's
guess
where behind that?
Trovic's he's walking in front with the 2 barrels. I'm kind of like right behind him, ish, or next to him, ish.
I'm gonna stick with Irina.
Okay.
As close as she'll let me.
Yeah, so that'd be right about there. We'll say Gaynor is walking here. Osgood, where you at in this line? The direction we're going.
Probably in the middle, I'd say.
Okay. So, all of you kind of make off in the direction following this old man, and he's just going to be talking to you all as you're walking. And you do notice now, you see different, what appear to be fresher flyers on a lot of these storefronts and doors of houses and things like that. Brandon, you recalled that you had gotten that flyer off on the ground that read the Wolf's Head Jamboree. These are the flyers that have replaced those flyers. They are. Yeah, sure. You can take a look. As you walk over to one of the flyers. Flyers are flyers.
You would sort of notice Osgood imperceptibly look at the flyer, look almost pissed off, and then just sort of huff and turn away from him.
Enough. Sorry, handouts. Where are handouts? There they are. That's not it. That's it. Here we go. Handouts.
I see times haven't changed.
Yep. So, as you look over, you see the flyer, and it seems to have what appears to be a crudely drawn sun on it. The flyer reads, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendants and children required, rain or shine, all will be well. Signed, the Baron."
Festival of the Blazing Sun, huh?
And
There's always something new.
yeah, that fucking Baron. There's always something new. As you hear the gentleman in front, kind of like bitching and griping.
I very visibly raise an eyebrow at the old man in front of me.
I mean,
You sure it's safe to talk like that out here?
it's only yous and me's.
I hope that's all.
That's the worst he's gonna do. Put me in the stocks, they're already full.
There's worse. Trust me.
I mean, what's wrong with a festival?
There's one every week.
Every
week.
Every single week without fail.
He says it keeps the spirits up. He says it'll keep the devil away.
It keeps him at bay.
Well, we've seen how well that works.
Precisely.
What you on about?
Don't
Nothing to
worry
worry
about
about,
it.
my
It's
friend.
fine.
We're taking a left up here, this way. He kind of cuts y'all down the main road of Valaki, and you all continue for another 5 minutes or so before he gets you to a building on the left-hand side of the road. And I need to change the maps, so we're going to change the maps.
Change maps.
Wow, map change?
Map
change.
change.
Incredible.
It's a map. It's a
Never
map.
seen that
It's a
happen
map.
before.
I know, right?
God, please no.
Mhm.
Don't bring that song back into my head. It's been fucking 10 years. Or 10 years.
Hola.
My
It'll be
sister
10
was
more
12.
years. You'll have
Hola,
fun.
amigos.
How young was my sister when I was 17?
Me
Oh,
llamo. Me llamo
God
Boots.
help me.
I'm so glad I never watched that. Cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that would have been 10
So,
years.
you all are on
Wow.
the map now. Oh no. What did I do?
I don't know.
I don't know. These are good questions.
Oh, wow. This looks far
There's
more
no kitty.
ramshackle.
Assume the kitty. Assume kitty is there.
Yeah, Kitty's. You could assume. Well, Kitty's in the barrel that Trophy's carrying.
Kitty's there. Calm your stuffs.
This is so
Priorities. Where's the cat?
OC basis.
Okay, so in general marching order, you all were about here-ish, and I need an Irina because she's not there either.
Who's the back?
Yep, there we go. Boom. Gotcha. Okay. So, as you all kind of arrive at this building, off to the side, Kitty in tow, and this guy's here, so y'all would be here. Sorry, I had to line you all up after I placed you. You get to this building, and the exterior of it is made of stone. It's modest. It's nothing fancy. You do see what appears to be a wooden sign hanging out front, and you see what appears to be a small dragon with a tankard of ale kind of like tilting it backwards as the signage of this place, and it reads Ale Dragon Tavern. The old man kind of looks at you all like, well, it's right in here. And he kind of wanders into the front door, kicking the door open. The rest of you kind of follow him behind, and he kind of shouts out, shit, where did it?
Kelma
I
takes a
leap
sec.
over
Kelma takes a second to do a perception check on the entire area. Just
Make a
to,
perception check. for
just
me.
just as a lookout.
That's wise. I jump into the stable because obviously that's a thing that I should be doing. Not quite.
Yeah, I didn't put up visual walls here because fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
I could have, but I was being nice. Don't abuse my niceness.
Man,
I mean, I can restrict movement if you prefer.
God, don't do that.
Sorry, your perception check. There we go. Boom. As you look around, you see a pair of town guards kind of walking down the road. Not really in your direction, just in general. This is still the main street. It's just a small, tucked off, like tavern-ish type thing. You do notice the stable. You can hear some type of whinnying coming from inside. You can't currently see inside of it though. Other than that, the street looks pretty normal. It's
Okay.
Valaki. It's not pretty, but it's also not as bleak as Barovia. So,
Gotcha.
and if you all step inside, you will notice many things inside.
Wow, incredible thing you
Things
say.
and stuff. So as the old man kind of like walks in with his cane, you're gonna be like, "Hey, hey, Alana, you never believe what I got." And she's gonna look at like, "What do you mean? What do you got? The fuck, friends? You bringing random people into my tavern again?" And he's gonna like, "These random people seem to have some wine." She's just gonna like, the entire expression on her face changes, and she just kind of like smiles wide at you all. And, "Oh, really? What did this idiot promise to pay you for the wine?" And she kind of like cocks one eye towards you all.
75 each.
Aye.
"Friends, the fuck, man?"
Like her already.
"It's coming out of your ass." He's like, "Oh, no." He just kind of like mutters off and kind of sits down at the bar. It's like, "Well, pay him. I want me wine." It's like, She kind of steps off into the back room for a minute. I would say, yeah, you all are in the tavern now. As you all walk into this tavern, I will describe what you see. As she's kind of in the back and you're taking a look around now. This tavern's a lot more rustic than the Blue Water Inn. You see a couple of people sitting at tables. It's much less crowded and a little more spacious, I guess. There doesn't seem to be any resting place per se like the Blue Water Inn has. And it only seems to be this one floor of a building with potentially a basement. You all are hard pressed to not see, sitting in the center of the carpet, almost in front of the firestone or the fireplace hearth, a small-ish green and yellow dragon.
Oh, fuck, I need to think long and hard about something in my own character's backstory.
Is a little
He
fat,
looks like he's never seen one of these before.
a little chubs. It's a happy dragon. It seems like a lazy dragon, at least at this point. Oh no, what did I do?
Would he have ever even heard or seen?
Wow. Of course not. Yeah, it's got pointed wings. It's got green and yellow scales. It's pretty fat. You can see that it's got what appears to be an empty mug of some sort kind of sitting by its face. It kind of basks in the flames, and you can see its scales kind of like shimmer in the glow. I would say you would not know what this is.
I know. Yeah, I
Just going off that roll.
yeah. In my own world, like on Alva, dragons don't exist. They're an extinct species. So you'd probably look at that thing and be like, what's that lizard on the carpet doing?
It's quite cute.
Aye, it has wings.
It's probably about maybe 3-4 feet long.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's very small.
Is
Yeah,
this
he's
something
like
a
he's
monitor
like
lizard?
Labrador sized.
Oh.
But yeah, no, he's sitting there just chilling. Kind of resting out lazy. The lady kind of comes back from the back with a hefty pouch of jingly coins. You mind bringing that wine around back over here? And she kind of like motions toward this entrance here, almost, Trovik. As she kind of like steps back out, and you set down the wine. She's just going to tell you to put it in a storeroom back here, for the most part.
And how many barrels did we say we're gonna give her? Just 2?
2.
Okay.
She's
One
got a
each.
stack of 150 gold to give you all. As she does so, she is going to kind of step out to the bar and just, well, Fran's done screwed the bank account again, but
It's all
we all
thanks
got
to the
wine
man
now,
who
so
stole.
I guess it's better than nothing.
Aye.
How about a drink for everyone? What about you all? Would you like a drink? It's on the house. You brought the wine.
Kalma just leans back. He's like, I'm okay for right now, but here's a tip. And I kind of lean in close to her. I go, I came from a small town. You know, add an extra 5 silver. So each one, and say that's imported wine. And you'll make your money back. That's a trick from a friend that I learned.
I like the way you do business, friend. I'll keep that one in mind. And she kind of smiles at you. Anyone else? And she kind of looks over at your group. Everybody in the rest of the tavern is already glasses almost empty, waiting to get drinks. And then one of the extra help just kind of goes around and begins filling everybody up. They all seem to be waiting for some sort of toast or something. She kind of looks at the rest of the party. Anyone favor a drink? Gaynor is actually just looking at the dragon thing, kind of very interested. And Irina, well, I mean, she kind of looks at the group. She's like, free wine, anyone?
Kalma just shakes his head. He's just like, no. And matter of fact, he just kind of leans by the door with his back against the wall, just waiting.
Burnman, Trovik. That's good.
I'm not
You
going to
want to
stop
tap-
anybody from taking a drink, but I will not be partaking.
If you want to tap the barrels we just brought in, then sure.
Well, of course, it's all we have left. And she's already done so, and it's being poured out to everybody else in the bar. Kind of puts a
Alright.
couple glasses up on the counter. It's like, if you want one, say so. And she kind of begins
take it.
pouring.
I wouldn't mind a small glass.
Okay.
I'm
So-
You
gonna
have
look at
very-
the old man. Oop,
Mhm.
sorry. I
Yeah.
should just shut up. I'm sorry.
Yep. What were you saying, Nim?
You have a very, very interesting pet there.
Yeah. Gerald's a pain in the ass, but he's the mascot, so he gets to stay. Gerald, get over here! And immediately, Trevor, because you kind of step over where you're at, and Kalmar, you're standing by the wall, so you see this. Gaynor is almost like leaning down, about to pet this creature for some reason. You see the
I mean-
wings kind of flip up on the back and unfurl, and one of the like scaly kind of crocodile-like hands almost kind of reaches out and grabs the mug in front of it. You see the wings take 2 mighty flaps before it flies over and back into the back room, and then flies back out again, maybe 10-15 seconds later, and lands back on the rug almost as gracefully as it did. Its mug now completely full.
You just hear a ha from Kalma.
He's an ale drake after all.
Ale drink.
What they do, they drink. They keep the bar clean. They don't do much. They're lazy asses, but you know, he's my
How do
pet.
they keep the bar clean?
You don't see any rodents or vermin in here, do you?
Ah, aye. Okay, I thought you meant like it literally cleaned the floors or whatever.
No, I've got help for that,
Aye.
and they keep all the shit out of my bar.
Hmm.
occasionally help deal with some of the riffraff. Now, where were we? And she's like, right. Do you all have a name? Or should we just thank the bringers of wine? She's kind of held a glass up now and calling for a toast for the entire bar. As nobody started drinking yet.
I'll hold my glass high.
Wait, do we have a name?
Not unless you want to give yourselves a name in the next 5 seconds.
A bunch of rowdy adventurers from out of town.
She says, fair enough. To the out-of-towners.
Hey!
Everybody kind of kicks back and takes a sip. Do you all drink?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, probably.
Yes. And Irina will also drink. Gaynor is not going to drink.
I said a small glass, so it's only like half
This
a
won't bite
glass.
us in the ass.
Yeah, I was about to say. As you all kind of finish your first cheers sip, and the rest of you that are not drinking just kind of like look around the bar, everybody looks kind of happy and elated for a brief moment. I need everybody who drank to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking of course it was gonna
Of course.
God damn it. That's why it's me on top the
1,
butt.
2,
because
3,
you just
4,
brought.
5, 6,
Oh goodness.
God damn
7,
it.
8,
Rip Osgood.
9, 10.
Ugh.
Sewer wine. Yep. You brought it
I
from
knew
the
it would
sewer.
happen.
Oh no.
It's fucking moonshine, isn't it? Or something worse.
So
Oh, fuck.
6, at least.
oh no.
Wrong save cheat. What? What is it? Wait, what
Oh,
what
you
save
should
was
get a
it?
Constitution check, not a save.
Oh, right.
God.
Oh, that's a bit better.
That's still bad.
Yes.
I mean, it
Am I
seems that
missing
you're it's the same.
Still
as
not
you.
enough. Okay. So, as you all take your first sip, the only people who made the save were this one.
Shit.
Actually, no, I'm sorry, it was these 3. Up here, up top. They're the only 3 who made the save. Everybody else failed their save. So, the wine you drink and you sip tastes like the Red Dragon Crush that you had at the other bar. As soon as you finish drinking it, you feel elated for a moment, and then you immediately fall unconscious. Ones of you sitting at the bar are now in a form of stasis.
Oh, shit.
I need both of you to roll me a d8.
Oh no.
D8. Oh, fuck. What is... Okay.
So is like Trovic and myself the only 2 out of the group who didn't drink, or did...
Trovic, you and Gaynor are the only ones who didn't drink.
Drink.
Irina, Osgood, and Branwyn. Oh no, Osgood. Oh no.
No.
Okay. Nim, you are in stasis for 10 hours. Osgood, you are in stasis for 5 hours.
Okay.
Oh shit! This is the one roll I didn't want to roll high.
Mm-hmm.
No, you did.
What? But
As everybody in the bar, and I will make rules for the bar because fuck the bar, why not? That
Fuck the
is
bar.
roll 7 d8.
Oh, no. Is that
oh
damage?
no.
no, that's
Okay.
the
So I'm
Um,
not dead.
No, that's just me doing numbers and shit real quick.
Yeah. Is the Ale Drake doing okay?
The Eldrake has fallen unconscious as actually the Eldrake would have advantage
shit.
on that save, so nope, it's fallen unconscious as well. They are all in a almost catatonic stasis.
Wow.
The
Bruh.
3 of you sitting at the door just see like 3/4 or more of the bar just collapsed, falling out of chairs and seats. The bartender falls to the ground, unconscious. Franz falls to the ground, unconscious. Irina slumps down over the bar. Osgood and Branwyn both fall where they are sitting and slump down onto the ground.
I
Here's-
Drake rolls
immediately
over on his back and
immediately
falls in.
run over and I pull out my medical kit and I just start examining them and
Make a
stuff.
medicine check for me.
Yeah,
Here's-
I yell out to Trovic. I go, it's like, hey, checking everybody else. I don't know what's going on.
Real quick, MTC.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if this is a thing that could possibly help me, but this is a thing that I can just do.
Okay.
Would you think that I would have the
Killers.
presence of mind to realize that it's a toxin?
I would
And would
think
it
that as
work
soon
in
as you
this
drank
case?
it, you're out.
Yeah.
All right, so I
Like,
wouldn't
you took
have
a
even
sip
any
and you are-
opportunity to even realize.
No, you
okay.
have no. You're
That's good
catatonic.
to know. Okay, yeah, I was just wondering if there was any possible chance that I'd be able to realize it's going on before
The
it happened.
three people in the back corner are like panicking. They're like, "What the hell just happened?" And they kind of like knock over their glasses of wine. It's like, "The hell did you bring us?" Yeah, Kelma, as you kind of like go over to Osgood and like try and check his vitals, like open up his eyelids and see if anything. You like kind of open his eyelids up and kind of like try and take a look at his eyes, seeing if he's still there. He looks like he's got a deadpan stare almost, and you can just barely hear him breathing slightly.
Oh shit.
Okay.
But he is
I
not moving. Like the body is ragdoll, as well as Branwyn and Irina.
okay. So I've been kind of going around the bar, like
Yeah.
this whole area.
Everybody's exactly the same, minus the three back here at this table who are panicking and losing their shit and about to like run out of the bar.
Yeah. I just scream out. I go, everybody, calm down. Calm down. Doesn't look like they're poisoned. It looks like something like they're paralyzed. Let's make sure they're all okay.
For the time being, every one of them is shallow breathing, barely breathing, but unable to move on their own accord. Like they're all ragdollish. As you kind of take about 5 minutes or so and check the bar. Wow, this is going to be a great session.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Jesus, what the hell did we bring them?
Sewer wine.
I guess.
There is. I am unconscious.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is meta. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can say it meta. We can talk in meta over in a second because I
well, I
got
mean, obviously, I feel like Overtake would have said something if he was here.
yeah, I mean,
but
he probably would, but
He detected that they were all cloaked in magic.
Oh fuck, they're magic items.
The barrels were all magic.
Fuck.
They were?
Right.
he detected that the stuff in the footlocker was magic.
Oh, I thought you said like when he was in that room, everything was cloaked
Everything
in
that was in the footlocker was,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the footlocker.
but he is going to
Okay.
detect magic in this general area because it's free for him and that's what he would do. He doesn't sense anything magical other than the ale drake itself, which is a drake and of course magical. Aside from the normal items that you already have equipped and stuff like that. Yeah.
I start. Is there like an area where like couch or stuff I could lay down and I want to start laying down these people and just leave.
I mean, you could move a table out of the way. Yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna take Bran and put her on this table here. Start laying everybody on their side.
Okay.
Yeah, I start doing the same. I just like helping.
As you all are doing this, these three are like, "Fuck this shit, we're out of here," and they're just like running toward the door. They don't have any time or patience.
Well, I yell out. It's like, do you know of a medic?
Maybe.
If you could get some of a medic, because we don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem they're poisoned, but I don't have the tools to help.
make a persuasion check. With
Oh
or
God,
charisma check,
my amazing charisma.
I mean, you're the charisma guy, right? There you go.
Oh hey,
18.
Um,
Seriousness of the situation.
we'll see what we can do.
Thank
and then you hear the guy kind of at the end of it say, "Well, alert the guard."
I yell out, "Don't alert the guard. Just get someone medical."
Can I assist in that, like a menacing presence type thing?
Sure. Make a intimidation check for me, Trovic, to assist with the statement he just made. See if we can get a number. There you go. Oof.
Hmm.
Ooh.
The statement was 5 points. Yeah, that works. So he's just kind of like, okay, no guard, got you. Find a medic, and then you kind of hear out in the street as they've kind of like exited out of the building at this point. You do hear the cries for somebody to find a medic, or like seems like they're trying to actually like figure out what's what and what's who.
Yeah.
At this point, you've kind of gotten everybody on the tables. It's probably been about 15 or 20 minutes or so. Still nobody moving. Nobody doing anything. Osgood's over on this table. Gaynor's just kind of like checking everybody. He's going to go over to Osgood and try to use his healing spirit. See if that does anything at all. Let's see.
Dumb. Oh no.
Sorry. What is that? What are the dice? What a pain in the buns. D6. So he's going to try and roll a D6 to help do something to you. Osgood, you gain 4 points of health.
Okay, that's nice at least.
You are still catatonic.
I mean, at least I'll get my maximum hit points back.
Do you?
I don't know.
At this
By the
point,
end of a long
probably he's
rest,
only
yeah.
got 25. Yeah.
Oh.
Can I do another medical roll to see if I can just put him in a better position to breathe better instead of the side, make like maybe kind of lift him up a little bit. If I
Sure, make a medicine check for me. See if you can
Yeah, just-
properly
Fail
know how to
the
position
Heimlich
somebody.
maneuver.
I'm just trying to do. I'm basically doing like as much
Triage.
first aid as I can.
Let's see if they find a medic while we're at it. Let's do all the things.
14.
You get them into a position, a couple of them into a position where you think they're probably more comfy.
God.
However, nobody in the bar seems to move a muscle. 15 or 20 or so more minutes pass as you're kind of like trying to keep everybody stable. You're checking vitals. People are still alive. Barely. And then after about that 15 or 20 minutes, you hear the gentleman kind of scream from the outside, the same one who was running away at first. This way, this way. And he re-enters the building with a medic. We will say for the purposes of medic that this would be the medic.
Okay.
And we'll actually give him a tag so we can see that he's the medic. Nope, I like that tag better. Okay, so he is the medic, and he's going to kind of like rush in the building. It's like, what in the hell happened here?
I walk up to the medic. I just kind of briefly point to everybody, and I point to the barrels. I go, well, we found these things of wine, these casks of wine, and we all, most of us had drinks, including my companions. They're not poisoned. They just seem to be there. I treated it as much as I can, but I don't have the tools to test the wine to see what's going on.
Okay.
And I go to the villager who brought the medic, And I kind of tap him on the shoulder and go, "Thank you for bringing the medic." And I slip a gold coin in his hand. I go and I say, "Thank you for not calling the guard."
Hi. What were we saying, Nim? Nimoy.
Could Kalmar roll a check to see if he saw me with my poisonous kit when I was making
Make a
potions?
history check. Kelma.
History? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
As the medic is going to kind of like look over some of these bodies and just be like,
17.
this is, I would say, yeah, you've seen that she had a kit that wasn't the normal medical crafting kit, probably on her body somewhere. You could remember that for sure.
Would I know kind of what is going on, considering?
What would the check be to know how to use a poisoner's kit if you're not proficient with it?
I don't know, medicine, maybe?
Let me read it.
I'm gonna say it's either medicine or something.
I'll read it while you do
Yeah,
stuff.
because right now I know what she is, so
Right.
I'm basically gonna stay by her, so that way the medic doesn't mess with her.
Right. Makes sense. Good call. The medic's gonna check a body here, check a body there, check some vitals like you had been doing. And then he's gonna go over to where the wine is, and he's gonna just check the wine. He's not gonna drink the wine. He's gonna make a check on the wine, though. Did you find that check now?
No, it's just saying that if you have proficiency with a kit, you can add your proficiency bonus when you use the kit. So technically anyone can use it. You just don't add proficiency bonuses while using it.
Oh no.
And apparently I don't have a poisonous kit. I have an alchemy kit and a herbalist kit.
I guess that would be medicine. What you said? What was it? Would be the thing?
Well, to use the alchemy kit, I think we decided it was a wisdom thing, right?
Jesus Christ, natural one.
Yeah.
A wisdom. Okay.
Let's see. The medic's gonna come back and just be like, I have no clue what's with that liquid in there, but if that's what did this to everybody, I damn sure wouldn't recommend drinking any more of it. I tried testing it, didn't seem to show any results. Nothing conclusive anyway. He's gonna kind of walk back over to the body of this one right here and just be like, doing some more vitals and specs. Probably been here about 10 minutes or so. We're getting close to an hour of this. Okay. Oh my god, I am scared now. I need everybody who's in stasis to make a constitution saving throw for me.
Oh god. Oh.
No.
Nope.
And let's roll for Irina.
Hey.
As you all are watching, everybody in the bar kind of still in a stasis type state. I'm gonna roll these real quick. Boop.
And while you're doing that, can I examine the alchemy kit with my wisdom? I guess to try to figure out.
Yeah. I would say taking the alchemy kit, you could at least go and attempt to test the wine and see if you could figure out what
Okay. And
potentially this is. I don't know if your knowledge of it would give you anything to glean, but you could probably attempt to
yeah, because
try and test the wine, I guess.
So you said wisdom, right?
Yeah, make a wisdom check.
19.
So you would know how to. You kind of watched over Bramwyn's shoulder a little bit when she was doing things and stuff like that. So if you kind of go over to the wine and the wine bottles that are in the back corner and kind of use what you have to kind of try and get a sample of it and use a bit of the chemicals that are in this kit itself to. They're pretty clearly labeled on the actual kit, like, oh, this is how you check for toxins and things like that. And you add in a reagent to it, The red wine, as you add the reagent, you kind of swirl around the bottle a little bit, turns to a sickish green color.
Mm.
Ooh.
You're not quite sure what that means, being not a potions man, but you
I
kind of come out and show it to the doctor, the
yeah.
medic.
I showed it to the
and
doctor,
he
and
just kind of looks at it, and it's definitely a toxin, definitely a poison.
do you know anyone who knows potions? And I pull out the healing potions that I have in my pocket. I go, crap! I just forgot the guy's name at that store.
Oh no, you're gonna make me look it up now.
I basically mentioned like, do you know? Is there an alchemist?
The store.
God damn it.
Well, the only alchemist in town doesn't know what the hell he's doing, or at least the one in the town square. He's a quack. He acts like he's got skills in potion making. He just puts things together.
So that means you know more.
I mean, I don't know more, but I know that Simon couldn't make a potion if he tried. This is serious, though. Like, I've never seen a shade of toxin this green before. As this is happening, Irina, the girl on the table next to Irina, and the bartender all kind of like eyes shoot wide open, and they just kind of like grab a deep breath of air, just Just-
I run over to Irina.
what the hell happened? Why am I
I,
laying on this table?
do you remember anything after drinking the wine?
No, I
I
felt like I went to sleep.
I do another medicine check on her to see if I notice anything.
Yeah, make a medicine check. And as you hear from across the bar, the bartender's just like, what in the hell just happened? Why the hell are all my people on the floor? Or on tables? What the hell? Her vitals seem to be normal. She seems to be breathing again normally. Nothing strange or off. But everybody else who's not these three seems to be in the same stasis. The L Dragon's still passed out. You notice as you kind of look around, the one that you kind of walk back up to next to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You check his pulse once again. He is dead.
Oh no.
Body begins to grow cold and colder by the second.
Is he dying or he's just dead?
He's dead. He stopped breathing. See some of the color and fluctuation leaving his face.
Can I tell how he died? Like, was it just from did he stop breathing? Was it
I mean, he did stop breathing, but that may not be the cause of death.
Gotcha.
I mean, the medic can make a check. He'd probably be able to do something like that. I don't know if you would, per se.
Yeah.
+6 to that now. He just got no clue. It's just, this guy's dead. She's back up and, like, slid off the bar at this point. The chicky lady. She's just like,
Yeah.
what the hell happened?
You guys drank this wine and most of you fell. We're trying to figure out what's going on. And
Well, wasn't it you who brought the fucking wine?
we found the wine. We
And
didn't.
she kind of runs over to Franz. Just grabs his hand and realizes that he's dead. You just hear her start to kind of break down and start crying a little bit. Irina's gonna hop off the table. This other girl's just like sitting down at the table now, just flustered. The rest of you all are still unconscious.
I tell the doctor, I go, doctor, keep checking on everyone's vitals to make sure. And I go, but leave the one in the corner for me. She has a special medical condition.
Well, if you say so. I'm just gonna keep checking around everybody else who's unconscious. Osgood's still breathing. You get over to Bramwin and check. She's still breathing, just slightly and barely. The one on the table next to, or the two on the table next to, are both still breathing.
Let me go through Bramwin's pockets to see if I see anything that could help, that might help her.
DM,
Yes.
can you do a perception check on me?
Sure. Come on. Perceive away.
Okay. 18.
I would say whatever you are.
Okay, I'm
What are you?
gonna.
I was about to say, Meta, go for it. And then you talk.
No. I'm gonna DM you.
Okay.
DM,
DM it, and then we'll deal.
and I'll DM. I'll DM both of you.
I got you. That works. Go for it. All right. So as she's kind of ruffling through Bramwin's pockets, Gaenor's just gonna kind of look over Osgood's body and be like, I don't know what the hell to do. This is frustrating. Just kind of looking around. The first thing we need to do is destroy that fucking wine.
I just kind of blurt out like, let's, before we destroy the wine, let's just wait until we could get everybody up and then see what's with this wine. Luckily, we didn't give this to anybody else. So, it's, let's see what's going on with this. But first, let's make sure everyone else gets up and going like you.
Kelma, you notice as you kind of look over Bramwin's body, kind of check into some of her pockets, you don't find anything in her pockets per se. But you do notice around her neck there is a fine silver chain, and there seems to be some sort of pendant that is tucked into her coat, more or less, and kind of out of view down towards her chest, almost like a necklace with the whatever's on the end of it just kind of like tucked into the shirt.
Okay. It does the pendant look like something
So
like
as you pull it out and kind of just take a look at it, it's a small vial that's attached to the end of the chain with a label. Inside the chain, or inside the vial itself, I apologize, is a deep red viscous liquid that partially sticks to the glass as you kind of swirl it around.
Got it.
And the label itself reads, "In case of emergency."
Okay. First off, I kind of angle myself so that way I just try to block the view
Mm-hmm.
of everybody.
Make a general sleight of hand check, I'll say. You're trying to do this craftily without too many people noticing or seeing. And anybody who's around, obviously, Trovic, you can make a perception check. You're in the range. The bartender's a bit busy worrying about Franz. And Irina's just kind of like checking bodies at this point.
He's gonna make a perception.
Yeah, make a perception check to see if you can see Kelma doing what he's doing. Yeah. So as you're kind of like just standing around, like poking this ale dragon, seeing if it's still moving, your cat's kind of like worriedly running back and forth across your shoulders. Kitty's very scared. But you do notice that Kelma kind of slides over around Branwyn and kind of like puts his shoulder almost in front of her as he kind of reaches for something on her neck. And just kind of, he's trying to keep something hidden, but you can see what he's doing. What are you doing, Kelma?
I'm going to unscrew a little the vial, and I'm going to pour a little bit in her mouth, whatever that is.
This vial is probably only big enough for about one sip. It's
Okay.
a tiny little bit of liquid, but it's
Okay. So I just okay. Then I just put it in her mouth, and just because I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just like, I don't know. She has this for a reason.
Okay. Well, that is a thing.
I love hearing about things.
Many things.
Okay.
I don't even know if this is gonna work. I just thought of it.
Hmm. So, as you pour this down Bramlin's throat, or in her mouth, and it takes effect, you see she's a very pale woman in the first place. You see a little bit more of the color leave her skin tone. You see, as you're kind of like holding her head up, seeing if this took effect or whatnot, you can kind of see her mouth is slightly open, and you see what appear to be her canine teeth become a little more pointed, a little more fang-like. Branwen, I need you to make me a Constitution save with extreme advantage.
Extreme advantage?
3 rolls take
Wow.
place.
Oh yes! I had to make sure. That didn't roll 3. Why didn't that roll 3?
Oh.
I rolled 2 18s, roll 1 more, because it's never going to roll 3. The extreme advantage is the thing.
Yeah, no, I had an option for something.
I know.
called
I had it
Just-
last time too when I did it, and it didn't roll 3. It only rolls a 2. That's lame. It's a feature that doesn't work properly. However, 18 is enough.
Oh.
As you take a deep breath and slightly come to consciousness, Kelma, you notice that her hands, her nails have almost become a little bit sharper. As she opens her eyes, you notice that her eyes are not the usual blue that they are. You notice that there's a tinge of like this reddish coloration to her pupils.
Okay. I immediately kind of like say in her ear very quietly. I just go, lay down and cover up. And I pull out the extra set of robes from my backpack, and I just cover her body so no one could see her hands and face.
Sit there for a minute. It's just like, I do nothing.
And you
I'm just-
are once again conscious. The doctor doesn't really notice what's going on over there. Trovik, you would see Branwen come back to consciousness. I would say with Kelma covering her, you may not see exactly what had happened, but you saw him pour something into her mouth, and then she regained some form of consciousness and just kind of like curled up over onto the table that she was sitting on, or laying on per se. The doctor's continuing to keep eyes on vitals and things like that of the remainder of the group. And Branwen, soon enough after sitting there for a small amount of time, and during this time you feel like your blood is almost boiling, like you are almost hungry, and almost insatiably so. You begin to come back into your own mind a little bit. You kind of look down at your hands, and they aren't the sharper claws that they were. You kind of put your hand up to your mouth, and your teeth have receded back to normal as the time has passed. It's another 30 minutes or so kind of go by as everybody's kind of getting up and things like that. Osgood is still passed out on the table with about 3 other commoners.
Yeah.
And everybody else, you're all just kind of looking at Osgood. Irena's just kind of sitting down, head in her hands. Wow, words and stuff. The lady is kind of like stopped crying and mourning and just kind of like she shed all the tears she has to shed. The other commoner, the gentleman at the door, is just kind of left almost in fear and horror. Oh no.
I'm gonna sit up slowly.
Okay.
Just
As you
kinda
sit
look
up,
around, like,
look around, you notice there are 2 people on the table next to you, on the 2 tables next to you, I should say, and they are laying completely unconscious in this stasis form. And a lot of your compatriots and party have gone over to a table in the far corner that you can't quite see who's laying on it. You do look in front of you and you see Trovik kind of standing beside the unconscious ale dragon.
what happened? What's going on?
Trovik, you're the nearest.
We are not entirely sure. Everyone who drank the wine, other than a select few, went unconscious.
From where I'm lying, I'm assuming that was me?
You were one, yes.
Okay.
Kind of
Which wine?
This I do know.
Yeah. The lady's just gonna be like, it was the red crush that y'all brought. That y'all brought.
We found it. This must be part of whatever the hell she was planning. Can I see it?
It's
Where is it?
still in the back. It's over here.
And I'm gonna be fishing around in my bag as I'm going looking for my alchemy kit.
Which is not there.
Where's my what? Someone taking my stuff?
I turn around and I kind of look her over real quickly. Does she look back to normal?
Yeah, she's regular Bramwin, blue
Okay.
eyes.
I just walk up.
Color's kind of come back to her face a little bit. She's less pale than she was when you gave her the thing.
I hand her alchemy kit, but I also show her the vial and kind of give her a brief rundown of what I found when I tested things.
And as he kind of like hands you your stuff back and kind of shows you this vial, you're pretty proficient with poisons, toxins, and things. You know your antitoxin and your toxin testing materials pretty well. You have never seen this shade of a green of toxin before. Like most toxins will be like a pale green or a light green. This is a almost gray green concoction of toxins. This is an extremely strong toxin of sorts. And extremely fatal.
Okay, so I've never seen this before. I have a theory.
What's your theory?
The poison we found in the caves, dungeon, whatever you want to call it. They were the same cultists.
You think you could find an antidote?
Potentially. I have the ingredients to the original toxin.
Well, I'll help any way you can.
I'm gonna set up my alchemy kit on the empty table and see what I can do.
Okay.
I call out. I walk up to the medic and I go, luckily, my companion, who's good with alchemy, has awoken and we have a plan. Keep checking the rest. And we'll see what we can do to get everyone up and going again.
Kind of comes over here and like, very well, and begins to check on these two. Chi, are you back?
Yep.
Cool. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it. Alright. Let's hope. Yep.
It's not enough, my friend.
Yep, I'm dead.
What was your D8 roll?
My D8 was 5. I think, or 3. Was it 3?
It was 3.
It was 3.
It was 3. Okay. All right, that's not enough, my friend.
All right, I'm dead, eh?
Well, it's not yet.
Right.
As the ale dragon kind of rolls and shakes itself over and just kind of sits back up and kind of flaps its wings a little bit, just flicks the flagon of wine that it has sitting at its feet into the fireplace, just angrily.
I turn to Osgood real quick, and I just say, Mage, just make sure that pain in the ass keeps breathing.
I'm not a mage. I'll make sure he keeps breathing. Or at least I'll try. I can't make any promises. He's old. What do you want me to do? I tried healing him, it didn't work.
I don't know. Heal him again. We're busy. And I just turn around.
Alright. The doc continues to check the other two's vitals. They are still breathing slightly.
Okay.
Gaynor continues to check Osgood's vitals. He's still breathing. Nimue, I need you
Okay.
to make me a... Would it be wisdom or intelligence to craft an antitoxin?
I have no idea.
Let me check
I'd
my
say
books
probably
of
wisdom.
everything.
In any which way, it should be an advantage because I guess I'm helping her.
And
Yeah,
she has the
you
cure.
could make an argument for
I have
your-
the kit, and I have the recipe to what I believe is the original toxin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're using that recipe,
Which I actually still kept on me. And I have the ingredients for that toxin because I kept them on me.
Yeah.
So
do what
And-
you do.
And I have high medicine, and I'm helping. I'm basically Nim's leading the way, and I'm playing assistant.
So basically, Kelmon's standing there. I'm helping. I'm helping.
Yeah, pretty much.
well, I do all the work.
Fair enough. Sorry, I went to see the
Hilarious because
thing.
she's the one that could actually assist me.
That's downtime. That's encounters. Of course not.
The
Here we
2-potion
go.
expert went down.
Yeah, exactly. The ones who actually could make the antidote is the ones that go
So
down.
You're using the alchemy kit, right? Sorry, I have to flip the page in a book.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I don't have my poisonous kit. I don't have one. But I'm proficient with the poisonous kit.
Yeah,
So-
I'm the equivalent of a really good lifeguard. I know how to use.
You have the poisoner's kit as well, right?
I do not have a poisonous kit, but I am proficient with one, so I'm assuming
I don't know.
that the tools would be transferable and the knowledge is still there. The one kit I don't have.
Yeah.
Should we check?
Oh,
Should we check Osgood?
Yeah, I'm gonna check Osgood to see if he has one.
Osgood,
I do
do
not.
you have a poisoner's kit?
I do
You have
not.
Okay.
Mine not.
I just checked my inventory.
Yeah. We both did
so-
the same, like, I'm sure we're proficient with this. We should have one of these.
No, I have tools, alchemist kit. I don't
Okay,
have
so
tools.
roll with
poisons.
advantage for me, Nim. A wisdom check.
Okay.
Start with the wisdom check because this is gonna take some shit. So start with a wisdom check with advantage. That's enough. You do accurately identify that the ingredients that you have and the poison that is listed in this book seems to share the same effects as the symptoms that you're seeing on some of these victims. I need another 10 minutes or so go by while you're doing this. I need another check. And Gaynor is going to give you guidance.
Okay.
Okay.
He knows checks and things. And if you're doing stuff, you could probably use guidance. Oh my god, where's guidance? There it is.
I could also list it if you want me to.
I got it. There
Sorry.
we go. So you get a D4 on top of your checks,
Okay.
or to one ability check.
Yeah.
Well, good thing I have a temporary backup character.
Yeah. Okay.
Calm moments.
I need you to make me another wisdom check with advantage.
And the D4.
DC
Okay,
is 17.
Come on, man.
advantage plus
You
the
got
D4.
this.
I'm not even looking at it.
19.
Oh!
It takes you about 20 or 25 minutes, but you were able to
Oh, it's getting
put
close to next
together
track.
what seems to be, using the proper ingredients, the proper knowledge and things, an antitoxin of sorts. You're almost confident enough to administer it. You can if you want to. I would say you're as confident as you're going to be in your work, and this should fix any negative effects that this poison seems to have brought on.
Okay.
You do have enough for 2 doses.
Oh.
Alright.
And there are 3 people unconscious, including Osgood.
One to Osgood, and one to whichever of the others looks the worst.
It's the guy and the girl up here. They both look equally rough.
The girl. One to Osgood, one to the girl.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Just killed the other guy.
So,
Jesus.
as you administer, do you administer to Osgood or the girl first?
Osgood.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow, those dice are fun.
Yeah?
Okay.
How dead am I?
If you were dead, you'd be dead.
Okay.
So as you administer the potion to the girl, she does, like, she drinks it, or you kind of force it down her throat more or less, and the guy next to her is pronounced dead by the doctor.
Shit.
The girl, she's still barely breathing. She's not dead, but she hasn't come back either. Osgood, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Fuck. With advantage. Oh,
Roll high.
please.
Hey!
Oh, thank
Oh,
Oh.
As you pour the potion down Osgood's throat,
moment of the fucking truth, eh?
and it takes a minute. He stops breathing for a minute second, and then kind of gasps deeply and rolls almost completely off of this table, just in a fit of waking up. And you are back to consciousness. Osgood, sir.
What the fuck happened?
Never mind that. I need your help right now. You make
Yep.
potions, I make potions. You're helping me make an antidote.
Right. Okay. What are we doing?
I sort of just almost like drag him off the table until
Right.
my stuff is.
He's still delirious.
I mean,
Nah, he's like alert, right? He knows something terrible's happened. He's ready to go.
Franz is dead. Guy on the table is dead. This girl is like pacing back and forth over here. The bartender is just like sitting at the bar, upset. The ale dragon is pacing back and forth, pissed off.
Yeah.
And you all are doing what?
Oh man.
trying to make
Just gonna
another.
kind of like walk over here.
Yes.
Let's make another.
Okay. Make a wisdom check with advantage for me.
I have advantage already. Does that give me triple?
That's a save, and which of us is making the check?
Oh, right.
Whoever's primary in making it, it's up to you guys. Bramwin, I'd say you already have knowledge of what
Yeah, I've
Gremlin,
just been
you go.
making it. Oh
you're
god.
assisting, but he's coming late to the party, so.
Oh god.
God, I would have died if I had failed that.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yes.
And with that, you were able to make a decent amount of this antidote to potentially give to that girl, or potentially to.
Killer.
It's
Well,
2 doses, right?
It's 2 doses.
So yeah, one. I'm giving her 1 dose. I'm keeping the other dose, just in case.
As you give her this dose, it takes a minute. She also stops breathing momentarily. You fear the worst. And then she kind of gasps back to life and sits up almost upright.
Okay.
Fiery pain in her chest, but
As
she's.
soon as she's done, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna call out. Anyone have paper?
I do. What do you need?
I'm just gonna give it,
All right, I pass over a sheet of paper.
and I'm gonna write down what I just did,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna hand it to the doctor. Kind of like, if anyone else, this happens to anyone else, this is what I just made.
Okay. Seems to have worked, at least on the ones that were able to get it in time.
Yes, well, now we have it, and can hopefully make it if it happens again. Hopefully it won't, because we have the barrels with it in.
Speaking of,
Yes,
we need
speaking
to
of.
destroy that immediately, as quickly as we can. If that's what did me in, then we need to go.
You just see the lady at the bar just like head down on the bar, just distraught. She's silently sobbing into her arm. The doctor's just gonna kind of nod and.
I go to the doctor, and I pull out 10 gold, and I hand him to the doctor, and I'm just like, don't know what's going on, but thank you for everything you were able to do.
Just gonna kind of wipe his brow. He's been sweating over this entire deal, and he's just gonna kind of, send somebody along for the bodies.
Let's hope and pray we can figure out what's going on.
I have some theories, but
He's just gonna kind of like walk out of the bar.
Yep.
One of the women who's kind of like stood up is just gonna kind of like step over. Thank you, Branwyn, as she kind of like walks up. She's gonna thank you for whatever you've done. The other one is just she's looking toward the door kind of shiftily. And as soon as people kind of stop paying attention, she's also gonna exit the building as well.
Yeah.
Boop boop boop.
I'm gonna look at the bartender and sort of rest a hand on her shoulder and be like, "Are you quite all right?"
Not nearly as all right now with Fran's dead.
Yeah, I can imagine. You can have our word that we don't know what happened. We found it. We brought it up. We thought it was good. We can attest to that by the fact that me and my companion over there drink it. If we had intended anything, I wouldn't have touched it.
I think I'm pretty ruined at this moment.
Yeah.
Husband's
Yeah, I can
dead.
Oh,
Bar's
how's your
gonna go
husband?
under. Nobody's coming here now.
I look
Oh,
back at the group
actually-
and I look back at her. I'm like, keep your fucking gold at the very least.
I just basically say, like, at the very least, she gets to keep all the gold.
Yeah.
We brought this to her.
Yeah.
This is our responsibility.
Irene is just gonna kind of like walk over, attempt to profusely apologize, even though it kind of falls on deaf ears.
Yeah.
You all give the gold back. The Dragon is kind of gonna like fly over here and sit on the bar and just kind of like start licking her face in a sad, dragony way.
I stand up.
If a dragon can be sad.
Yeah. I stand
dragon
up
be
and I
sad?
just basically say, hey, we need to make sure no one gets their hands on this wine. All of
We
it.
need to contact the god.
At this
That's what I'm
point, we really do need to contact the guards because
We need to get a sample of this. Bring it to the god.
Yeah. I think I have a empty. Oh yeah, I have a bottle. So,
Okay.
Take a
um,
bottle of it.
And if you want to take a sample of it, you can.
yeah,
You can do what you
I'm
will
not
with the
touching
rest.
that shit again. Not happening.
yeah. So, I was gonna ask one of the peasants if now they could call the guard, but
They've all gone.
I mean,
They're all
if
They're
you-
on run.
if you
They're all,
know
like, led the fuck out.
you know where the person in charge is, I'm going to turn to Osgood. We should just go straight to him.
Let's go. He nods.
yeah. Well, if anything, to bring them back here, and then
Aye.
point to the
Mm.
barrels.
I feel
So-
like we should just take them outside and destroy them.
We need at least a sample to have evidence
If
towards
he's-
what we're
he's got a
suggesting.
sample.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because I already put, dipped them at the bottle and then corked it and everything. So,
Mm,
Make sure I've got all my kit, just so the DM knows.
yeah, and I'm grabbing the robes that I'm assuming Brennan left on the table.
Well, I'm full panic.
I mean,
mode.
I would assume you all pick up all your shit, so you don't have
Yeah.
evidence there. Okay. So the next play, I guess, would be on to
Big Masters.
Burgomaster's
Yeah,
Mansion.
I didn't intend to go here quite yet, but I guess we're doing it.
Maybe let me do the talking.
Yeah. I'll let you
I
do
have I understand how to talk to these kinds of people.
it.
Come just steps outside
For
of the bar.
reporting murdering 2 people, I get the feeling that talking to somebody isn't exactly going to help you here.
You underestimate.
I do.
I just smile.
He grimaces. He does not look happy.
Okay. All right. As you all make your way back out into the streets of Valaki, this done with the L Dragon for now. Not that screen, but this screen. Oop. Go. You're back on the town map. Where now you all are group and you are about here-ish. Osgood,
Yeah.
you are familiar with this town enough to know that
Yeah.
the Burgomaster's mansion is. For me.
Why are we going to the
investigate-
Burgomaster and not the actual just guard and tell him what's going on?
Because the Big Master's in charge of the guard.
Oh,
He's
okay.
big at the
He's the
finger.
city
Gotcha.
guards.
Yes.
I said whoever
Which
was
is
in
I hate
charge,
the
though.
name.
That's the Big Master.
Gotcha.
Is over here. Oh.
I lead him there.
Okay. What are you all doing barrels wise?
We destroy it.
Well,
Yes.
that's the question. Like, do we destroy before we go there, since I have this thing, or do we leave the barrels there for them to pick up?
We could leave the barrels there and
Do we
lend
wanna
some
just
evidence to our argument.
The one that was open. Rather than take a sample, do we want to take just
Yeah,
the
sure.
barrel that was open?
We could take the open
And
barrel.
it's like, this is the exact thing.
Yeah. Well, that might be best, but then I think what we should have done is before we leave is pull all the barrels from the back and then take the one that was open and just stick the others in the corner until the bartender to just like say the guards are going to be coming for these.
Shit. I missed.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I think it's a valid strategy.
No, if you guys want to keep them intact, I would rather destroy them, but
I mean, we can destroy
Cheers.
them once the guard have gotten them.
okay.
All right, and with that, the group of you all begins to march off towards the Burgomaster's mansion.
All right.
And this is where we're going to take our first break.
Holy shit, that session went way off the rails.
Breathe.
Yes.
I was genuinely thinking I needed to use the secondary character.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. Like I said, I have a healer's kit, and I'm
You
basically
were one save away, sir.
Yep, no, I'm aware. I'm
So-
very aware.
The poison puts you in a form of stasis for anybody in the party who is wondering. The stasis lasts for 1d8 plus 2 hours. Once in stasis in this way, you can only be awoken by a restoration spell of the greater variety.
Holy shit, okay.
Every hour you get to make a constitution save. If the entire time of the stasis runs its course and no successful save or heal is made, the person who consumed the wine dies.
Mm,
Mhm.
They are brought back the next day as a fun object.
nice.
Oh no.
Hang on.
Oh no.
You all as characters don't know this. That was
No.
my-
Oh
I have the
no.
poison. I have the poison. I had the sheet to make the poison. Surely I know its effects.
Do you know the effects? I would have to look at the sheet that I gave you to
Oh,
know that. But I'll do that during the
God.
break. We will figure that out through the break.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
we are going on our break. It's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes. Get your water, get your drinks.
All right.
We're going to
Oh,
roll the
shit.
intermission, and we
Go.
will see you all on the other side.
Yep.
Over to you, Fig.
Everyone in chat, thank you guys. We're going to take about like a 5 or 10 minute break. So, like the DM said, stretch, enjoy the ride, bring as many people into the session if you've been enjoying this, and if you haven't done so already, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's just type in ! D&D in the chat, and I'll bring a link to that, so that way you can catch future sessions. And we'll be right back. and welcome back to the second half of Session 11 of Curse of Strahd. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us on this adventure. Again, if you want to catch all the sessions and some more D&D stuff from me, DBFIG, just type in !DND in the chat window, and you'll get a link to the One Shot Tavern. I truly appreciate it, and you can become one of the first 100 subscribers to the One Shot Tavern. Before we start, just a brief addendum. Instead of walking out to the town, we're actually going to do a little bit of a time shift, and we're going to go back into the tavern that we once were in, because some information came up that Branwen should know, and we'll go forward from there. So now let's begin the second half of Curse of Strahd. Just take it away.
All right. So, back outside of the Ale Dragon Tavern, you all have kind of gathered and are deciding what to do. Branwen has informed the entire party that more or less I'll hand it over to Branwen to do. But you all are standing outside the tavern, discussing whether or not you want to go to the Burgomaster's or what you should do. When Branwen recalls something about that particular poison.
The doctor just said he was going to deal with bodies, right?
Yeah.
Aye.
Well, this poison, they're not exactly going to stay dead.
At that very second, Kamal's eyes get very big. He immediately dashes into the tavern, and he just yells out to the bartender or anyone who's near the bodies. I just yell, "Everyone, stay away from the bodies."
The lady sitting at the bar is just gonna kind of just like look at you and like, I mean, they're already dead.
Stay away from the bodies right now. We found something out.
They won't stay dead.
You're outside.
Oh, right.
You're well outside.
Yelling from outside. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, wiki.
I was gonna yell from outside, but I guess it makes sense.
Yep. Okay. She's gonna be like, well, what should we do with them then?
Do you have a lock room? What,
Lock
some
something
way?
in the cellar. Yeah.
Maybe for the time being, just in case we don't get back before something happens. And suggest something very heavy in the way of whatever entrance.
Okay. If you think it'll help. You, blue guy, can you help me grab Franz and take him downstairs?
Yes, and I immediately take my scarf off and I tie it around the mouth, kind of covering up the mouth of Franz.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Do I know what kind of undead? Is it just they're not going to be dead, or are they going to be vampires?
The script in the notes said unholy undead, so that's about the best you've got.
Oh, okay. I'm interpreting that as vampires.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Yes. Better safe than sorry, let's be honest.
Yeah.
no.
So I take off the scarf I have and I wrapped it around the face of the guy, and then I pull out a little bit of my, I think I have some rope on me.
You don't, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
And-
got 100 feet of rope, but
Cool. Don't mind them.
Yeah, I got some rope, and I take some of it, and I just use it to tie the arms behind the back of both of them. Actually, never mind. I'm going to take that scarf off of them. I'll put it around my neck again, and I'm using the rope to tie some of the rope to tie their hands, and almost like a hog tie them both. And I
see the girl almost burst into tears as you're tying them up like this. But she kind of holds them back, and after about 5 minutes or so, tying them up proper and carrying the bodies downstairs and putting them in the cellar area, of which there is a door that does have a latch to it. I assume you all put them. Sorry, gosh, Jesus. Yawny DM. I assume you all put them in that room of sorts.
Yeah,
Shut the door.
and I shut the door and I tell the bartender, I'm like, if you have anything heavy to leverage the door, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't want to see anything happen to anyone else.
She kind of nods and says she'll find something. As you head back upstairs, she stays down there.
I mutter under my breath, "Still dead, open inside." Sort of nod to myself and leave.
Okay.
Or wait around.
I look at Gwen and I'm just like, is there anything else before we leave?
No, just that we might have more vampire spawn to deal with later, but that's another thing.
Kama just
It's just
gives a
the
big
usual.
sigh as he steps out too.
At this point, it's just the usual, I think.
Indeed.
Alright.
Can't remember the last time I saw this many vampires. It's weird.
Narrows eyes slightly. No, you're
So-
right.
So as you all begin to set off, being led by Osgood in the direction of the Burgomaster's Manor, where the head of the town guard usually stays, and Osgood, knowing that the Burgomaster is responsible for the town guard in general, you all head there with... You've left the barrels, you're just taking the one, right? Taking
The
the
one.
one open barrel, you left the rest?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you walk through the streets, kind of carrying this barrel of wine, you see a couple eyes kind of like look at you all funny, trying to figure out exactly what your troop is doing.
Oh, I'm tempted to say something.
God.
And before you can get up to the Burgomaster's Manor, you are approached by two members of the town guard who kind of like stop you in the middle of the street and just generally kind of inquire as to what you're doing,
Ah,
what's your purpose.
boys, exactly who I was looking for. We need some help.
What my friend means to say is that we would like a meeting with the Burgomaster, if you please.
Precisely.
Burgomaster's a busy man.
It's incredibly important.
There's something very dangerous.
We would prefer not to discuss it in public.
Aye.
All right, follow us. And they kind of lead the caravan the remainder of the way, slowly marching through the streets of the Burgomaster's Manor. It's like, now when you say dangerous,
It has the pot.
Once again, that's again, this is not something that should be discussed within
He looks embarrassed.
is public.
Hmm.
Wouldn't want to call any unnecessary stress.
all right, have it your way. And they're kind of going to continue to shuffle you on until you get to... let's see. So, you all arrive after about a 20-minute walk to this large, extremely well-crafted building. This mansion has walls that are made of plastered stone. They display a lot of age and scarring. A lot of the walls have kind of like fallen away from being neglected. But it is a pretty magnificent mansion. You see drapes that seem to cover every window from the exterior. And then you see as you kind of walk up to the front of the entranceway, there is a large arc that has a door set into it. As the 2 town guards kind of... Oh, so you all get to about here. You see this large arc here, and I don't have town guards. Because I don't have town guards.
Toss
So
the
no.
same villagers from before.
No, because I actually have guards.
You've got a new job.
They can't just have new jobs. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't
He
work
got
like
hired.
that.
It's like I recognize you from the tavern.
You're so familiar.
Literally 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I swear I've seen you somewhere very
Why are
recently.
these not placing now? This is frustrating. You're gonna see like 1,000 guards pop up on the screen in about 10 seconds. It's gonna be
Oh
hilarious.
no.
Sweet.
That'll be
I'm
good.
gonna refresh because nothing's dragging me in. So give me a second. Sorry. Immersion breaking.
Where'd the fourth wall go?
It's gone. Never
Behind the
I
again.
can't
fifth
see
one.
it anymore. Oh jeez.
Alright,
They
so
reached into the screen.
where are you? Why are you not showing up? Why do you hate me?
Why did they find one?
Ow.
Robochi.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, these guards work. Cool. So the guards are kind of going to bring you to the manor itself. Kind of one of them's going to go up and knock. A moment passes and the door is opened and you see what appears to be the figure of a female. Just kind of like crack open the door and ask what the business is. The guard's going to have a small conversation with her. You can overhear him just saying, somebody says they need to speak to the burgomaster, and then he is going to walk inside. The door is going to close behind him once again. And you all are standing outside with this other guard for a moment before the door opens. Do I have global illumination on? I think I do. I want to make sure we can all see here. Yep. Okay, so the door opens, and out from the building itself steps the large man and the guard. The large man being the same one that you all saw in the town square. So some good music-ish. Oh, I can't. That's fine. The guy that you all saw in the town square that was ordering the soldiers to put up the new flyers. The man with the monstrous demon-like arm kind of steps out and stands in almost the entire frame of the door. He's just gonna look around at the group. What business do you have? The burgomaster's a busy man. Is it something dangerous? Wow, gee, you're gonna have to fix that mic, buddy.
Robochi.
Disconnect, reconnect, buddy. That mic is rough.
I'll wait for him to come back.
Yeah. It's almost like they pulled out a socket.
Yeah. So either his internet's dying or he's pulled the mic.
Yeah.
He's now offline, so you might have just disconnected the entire thing.
Yeah.
We can wait for a second or two. I will find a picture of this guy, so in the meantime we have a thing. Boop, boop, and boop. Right on my handouts. Ooh. Don't tell me there's no handout of this guy. He's a cool dude. Oh, here's a handout. Boom. You has a handout.
Cool dude.
Not menacing at all.
Nope.
He's a big, scary looking man. And you do notice that his right hand is monstrous in shape, size, and form, and it has long claws and almost looks bestial in nature. There's a heavy armor as well.
He's saying to carry on. It might be. It seems like his internet is being weird.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Tell him to get back as soon as possible then. We'll be here still. Okay. So we carry on, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna come up to him and extend my left hand out and say, "My name is Lady Brenwyn Winter, and my party and I would really like to speak to the Burgomaster on very important business that should probably not be discussed in public. I believe you would not want to upset the general public."
Make a charisma check for me. Cheeky person.
And I'm also, I have a feature, MTC, on my background.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is your background feature?
Thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of you. You are welcome in high society, and people assume you have the right to be wherever you are. Common folk make every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure, and other people of high birth treat you as a member of social society. You can secure an audience with a local noble if you need to.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Make a charisma check for me.
cool. Charisma.
Kelma, you're perceptive. Make a perception check for me.
Sure.
Oh, good charisma. He kind of looks at you up and down and over, and kind of looks at the rest of your group. Welcome back. Are you back? Maybe. Anyway.
Oh.
It's still rough. Let me see if I can fix that on my end.
It's on my end.
Oh, there you go.
No.
That sounds better.
That's not better.
That's better. You okay, big guy?
Uh-oh.
No,
Nope.
it's gone
Nope.
again.
Man, he's gone again.
I'm gonna change
The
this.
the power of internet and Discord.
Nim, you might suffer a little bit. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna change this.
Yeah, see if it helps. Hello?
Hello.
Test.
Chi?
Yeah.
Nope.
Chat.
Well, disconnect Chi. Wait like 2 seconds, then reconnect.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
Oh, that seemed better.
That's
Over
it.
the dis-
Are we good?
Yeah, yeah,
Better?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
sound a lot
yeah.
better.
There you
We
go.
can speak for us.
CPU is bottled.
Alright, cool.
There we go.
That works. Okay. Sorry. So technical difficulties fixed.
I'll
Um,
make some adjustments.
You're good. So as you introduce yourself to the gentleman, he's gonna kind of look at you and like, well, I at least need to know your names. I need to know who you are. And just get an audience with the burgomaster being randoms off the street.
Priest from Church of St. Andrews. My name is Osgood Nemo Raven.
Fix that guy. It's still rough. I'm sorry. It'll work for now, but yeah, just try and work on it. Sorry. From St. Andrews. Fair, fair. And he's kind of gonna look over the group. Kelma, you notice that his eyes seem to linger toward the back line of your group. In the direction of Irina.
Hmm.
It's just about in behind.
I kind of give a look to Irina and just kind of gesture that she kind of hides in the back for a second.
Well, as I've said, my good friend, I am Lady Brenwyn Winter. These are my travelling companions. This is Kelmaden, Trovek, Gaynor, and of course Osgood's introduced himself already.
Very well, I'll be right back. And he kind of turns, disappears inside. Oh no, he just got super big. Disappears inside as the other guard just kind of like stands there and waits. His pike-like spear just like sitting at the ready, and the other guard is going to step off. and kind of get the nod from the first guard and begin to walk away down the street, just in the general direction.
I walk over to Irina, and I just mentioned to her. I go, that big guy looked like he was staring at you. Do you know him?
I don't know anybody in this town. I've never seen him or anyone else here. Up until we left Barovia, I had never left Barovia.
Be on your guard. That's all I'm going to say.
A few moments pass. You hear the heavy footfalls of the plate armor this man is wearing kind of chink as they come back down the stairs before he reemerges in the door frame. Alright, well, you all come with me. And he invites you all into the building itself. If you will wait in this foyer area here, I will describe what you see. Ow! Jeez, that hurts. Not gonna be a fun day. As everybody kind of gets inside, I will move everybody in. And for the sake of purposes, you have the cat still on your shoulder. Trevor, you just have the cat in the room.
The cat's going nowhere. The cat's going to travel.
Oh yeah, the cat's traveling all day. Cat's not leaving the side. Actually, I will put the cat in the room because the cat's...
As catnip will travel.
Kitty.
Yeah, it's a kitty. Kitty's so far away. Kitty's so close. Kitty. Okay, so as you all enter, wow, no music is really rough in my ear. Not a fan. Let's see. None of my music playing? That's awesome.
Something's playing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I just can't hear it. Cool.
It's very quiet.
It's quiet.
That's fair.
There you
Okay. There we go. As you enter this main chamber, entrance hall, vestibule, whatever you want to call it, you see a bunch of framed portraits that cover the walls. They all have a very similar look. One of the portraits you notice is of... I will show you the portrait because portraits and things. Where to go?
Oh boy, more handouts.
All the handouts.
Never
Oh, you get
complain
handouts.
about handouts.
Yeah.
And you could not get handouts if you...
I mean, if this were a table game, he'd pull a literal portrait off the out of nowhere,
Yep.
place it on the table.
I
I mean,
would.
that's what books are for.
I would show you all the book and then be like, ooh, look at the fancy book. And that would be the book. Sorry. No. God bless it. Baron cries out. Of course we can't find the thing when we need it. Here we go. You see a portrait on one of the walls that looks like this.
Friendly.
This foyer itself stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading left and right down the hallway away from it, and a door at the very far end. You notice at the very end of the hall there are a bunch of bundles of twigs, and a lot of twigs actually all throughout this hall in front of you. They seem to be in bushels of sorts, and they pretty much stretch all the way down the hallway. Ezek is going to signal you all to the staircase beside him and lead you upwards to the second floor, which is here. And I will get you there because that's what DMs do. Boop, 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 and kitty. Everybody goes up.
Where am I going?
Oh,
Not in
there
that
you
order. Next page up. Scroll up on your maps.
Yep, I've already found it.
There you go. And as you all get to this second area, Ezek is going to lead you down this hallway. Everybody can move. It's multiple different spanning hallways. After you climb the 20-foot staircase, you see this next gallery of pictures and photos and things. You see a bunch of framed landscape paintings that seem to be of the countryside itself. All the second floor windows have red silk drapes, and it's about 10-foot tall windows. You all get dragged down the hall a little bit and continue on, and now I've lost my guy. Here we go. He's going to lead you all down this hallway right here. Sorry, everybody in the group. Oop, everybody in the group. Yep. And following Branwyn down the hall, he's going to lead you into the room in yon direction, which he opens the door to.
Right.
And
You guys are rare.
Branwyn, you see inside, as you're the first one through the door, you see, oh no, kitty got big. Big kitty.
Kitty suddenly increases in size dramatically.
Irina staying back to the back. You see inside the man that you saw in the picture prior, in his heavy red robe, sitting behind a desk, pen in hand or quill in hand, scrawling something on a piece of paper. And you notice in the room, as you step in, he's like, "Oh, come in. You have requested an audience with me. Least I can do is oblige." As you step inside, everybody begins to step inside as well. Trovik, Kelma has disappeared, so. Where did the Kelma go?
I'm in the room.
Kelma's already in the room.
Oh, sorry, it's under one of my BS tokens. There we go.
Oh.
Got it. It's under a label token. That didn't make sense. Okay, cool.
I'll put most down here then, against the wall.
No, you're good. I moved the label token. It's not a big
Okay.
deal. As you all get into the room, Gaynor and Irina are going to be the last two in, and actually, Gaynor is going to let Irina step in first, and then kind of be behind. You notice two large mastiffs, the ones that were in the picture, presumably, two massive dogs. And as soon as they notice the cat on Trovik's shoulder, they begin to bark and flip out, and the cat becomes extremely scared and paranoid and just kind of like digs its claws into Trovik's shoulder and just kind of like begins hissing at the dogs themselves. Trovik, you're a big barbarian, man. You don't take any damage from it, but you have a cat now like latched onto your shoulder and hissing with its tail raised in the air.
I grab onto Irina's hand, distance of where I'm standing, and I kind of drag her to the back corner, and I step in where she is just to block the view.
Okay. Okay. So in this room, which is a library, you see that there are books and shelves lining every wall of this room. You see the brass lamp sitting on the desk. You obviously see the burgomaster behind the desk. And what is that? That sounds awful. You see he's in his full armor, tunic, etc. He's got the red flamboyant colored tunic over his armor, but you can clearly see the breastplate under and everything like that. He kind of greets you all and your business. He kind of yells at the dogs to shut up. They don't, but
This is going to make this a fun conversation. Please forgive the intrusion, but we thought it best, considering how you like your Tavern, to speak to you personally about this. We have just arrived in your city today, and we, through some strange circumstances, found ourselves in the sewers beneath. And we came across... My friends discovered the barrels, but thinking nothing much of them, we brought them back with us up to Tavern, who was willing to pay for them, and we have discovered that they are poisoned. More than that, the poison will change them into vampire spawn.
I'm assuming I've been carrying the barrel.
Wow.
I somebody was carrying the barrel. Nobody made that distinction.
I'll say that I was kind of like holding the keg,
Okay.
and I just put it on top of the table. This is in a very matter of fact. But
Well,
We-
I would first question why you were prowling around our sewer system.
cats.
An absolute ton of cats.
We followed cats, as you can see. Our big friend there has a fondness for them, and we followed them into the sewers. Turns out some of them were some sort of cultist, and they had a plan with what appeared to be a bride of, I'm gonna grimace because I'm not gonna say his name, the devil himself.
That is preposterous. There are no signs of the devil in this fair city, and I will not hear any more of it.
Well, we can take you to the corpse of a vampire spawn if you'd like. And the coffins that we destroyed under your city that were in preparation for more.
It's about 6 blocks away. It shouldn't be too much of a jog.
And we have bodies in the tavern where we ourselves nearly fell victim to this poison that will, in time, turn into vampire spawn. Now, we've locked them away for the time being, but they will need to be dealt with. And something was clearly planning to use these barrels to put vampire spawn in your city.
You see now a furrowed brow and an angered look on his face as he's just contemplating, and he's extremely frustrated with a lot of you at this point just because he's got a very this doesn't happen in my town demeanor type on his face.
If you'd like, we can demonstrate.
Just not on me again, please. I'd rather
We
not
have-
die.
From what I've been told, and from what you've presented, I can only assume that you attempted to poison a tavern in this area.
Why would I poison it? And then I'm the one that created the antidote, and we have a doctor from your town and a tavern keeper in whose tavern this incident just happened, and other witnesses that can testify in our favor.
Solid 30 people, give or take.
Not quite that many.
Close.
I can provide you the antidote right now if you'd like, as well as the exact poison that's used in there. I have the recipe on me that we found in another dungeon outside the city, where we also discovered the same cultists that we followed.
He kind of stands up from his desk, puts his hands on the table, and he's now in contemplation. Make a persuasion check for me, Nimue, with advantage.
Good shit. Come on, Nim.
Come on, you have
That is
all. There it goes.
Oh yeah.
I want to say because you have all the power of persuasion.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I already had advantage on that roll.
Wow.
That was 13 originally. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A natural 1 and a 13.
He's
It's
gonna
not good.
kind of rub his hand across his chin. Who have you told about this? Who knows about this?
Only you and the people who were at the original incident.
And you say these people will corroborate your story that they were poisoned by this wine, and he kind of looks over at the barrel. And that you saved them.
Indeed.
I do have an alchemy kit I could use to show you that it's poison. Or rather, my companion has it, but I could use it.
Or you can get someone else to verify if you don't trust us.
There.
That's why we brought you the barrel, so that you can verify this for yourself.
Kelmo just pipes up like, you could get one of your guards to drink it, but I don't suggest it.
I still have one dose of the antidote left, just in case.
He smirks.
And I can write down the recipe for it if you'd like.
He's gonna kind of scratch his chin once again. Isak! He's gonna call out into the hallway, and the large man who takes up the entire frame of the door is kind of going to push in and almost kind of like push Gaynor in a little bit. As he kind of like towers over him, and he's like, "Yes, my lord. What tavern did you say it was?" And he kind of looks over to you, Brandon, as he asks the question.
The Ale Dragon.
Isak, take 2 guards over to the Ale Dragon Tavern. Find out who was in there today. Round them up and bring them to me.
You'll find 2 people tied up in the basement that you might want to keep an eye on.
Do not untie the ones in the basement. Especially if they're moving. If they're dead, leave them. If they're moving, leave them.
Isak just kind of like, as he's walking out of the room almost, he kind of just turns one eye and just kind of like raises it and just...
And I look him dead in the eye.
They're highly dangerous.
I look him dead in the eye and go, you got a nice weapon. Just know, if they're moving, use it.
You see kind of a solemn nod as he kind of lumbers off and disappears out of view around the corner and gone. As Gaynor kind of steps back in the spot. The dogs are still barking at Trovik and the cat.
Kalma at this point looks directly at one of the dogs and just kind of does a stare down. Just kind of like, you know how like when you want a dog to calm down, you just kind of like just stay quiet until they just kind of like almost assert dominance.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh my god.
You just bark back at the dogs.
20.
You stare down at them and you say, sit.
Yeah, no, that's what I do. I just stare at them and I just go and I just look real deep and I go and I just say, hush. Just very lightly
Dog
toned.
now kind of scared and concerned. Kind of just like backs up a step and kind of just sits on his butt. And the other dog just kind of like barking and in mid bark kind of looks over at the first dog and just like,
Oh.
Kelmo just leans against the wall and says, now we have quiet.
Not that I'm complaining, but...
I will send a few more guards down into the sewer system. If you can provide me the location, or the rough location, we will see if your story checks out.
I provide him.
I would like all of this to stay under the rug, shall we say.
Aye.
We do have the Festival of the Blazing Sun on the horizon. No pun intended. But I would hate for my festival to be ruined by these malicious rumors.
You just hear a grumble from Kelmo in the corner.
Indeed. Well, perhaps that festival was the target of these malicious rumors. Someone was clearly trying to make a scene. Because there are more barrels. Should this have gone to more than one tavern, this could have spread in your city.
Rapidly
It's
at that.
quite
I would
quite
expect
fortunate that you're there.
something like this from. I don't know if I should say.
Oh,
He's a clever
we know
lady.
precisely who it is.
Aye.
I would expect this of Lady Wachter, but she. I didn't think she had it in her to poison the townsfolk, just to try and usurp my seat of authority. I shall have to make sure that she is dealt with properly. I will send a few of my guards to her residence as well.
Hang on, who?
Wapta? I've never heard of her. I've lived here for 4.5 years.
Fiona Wachter. She is.
No, that's not who did this.
No.
Do you have a name then?
I believe the name we gave was Anastasia.
He kind of ponders at this.
Or was it
I
Ludmilla?
do
Can't
not
remember.
I do not recall an Anastasia in this.
She
I don't know
said
every member of Valaki, but
the
If
woman
you might allow
said that
me
the
to say a
town was.
word.
Go.
Have you ever heard of the brides of... I pause and sort of emphasize the silence, and then sort of cock my head.
Kelma just blurts out, "The pain in the ass in the other side of town."
Aye. Beyond the gates. The man has brides. Powerful undead. I'm not sure, but they're strong. And
Oh,
they
they're certainly
do,
vampires.
essentially. This was one of them.
I almost had her. And he grips his quarterstaff.
We all did.
Osgood, make a persuasion check.
Yeah, sure.
Very stubborn
three
man.
to it.
With advantage because we're helping.
Okay, with advantage.
I mean, they need
hope and
advantage.
pray.
Sure,
I'm
with
asking.
advantage. Okay.
I'm not a very persuasive guy, but
You're less
No,
persuasive
no,
than
you're
me.
not.
Jeez.
I have a charisma -1.
Oh, wow. Oh, I do too.
Let's see.
There's a reason why I was doing all the talking.
I do recall that he has married a few different people over the years.
This would be one.
If your story checks out, I still do not believe that any of his ilk were allowed in these walls. I don't know how they would have gotten in. It's of grave concern to me.
I see nothing to prevent them.
Kelma just says,
Well, the goodwill of the town, the constant festivals, and keeping the populace happy has always been enough.
under the sewer,
Perhaps.
when I chased after the bride that ran, there was a tunnel. A very big tunnel. She escaped. We didn't go down all the way to the tunnel, so if you find that tunnel, that might tell you where she came from.
I will have my guards look into it. Is there anything else? And you can now see kind of a twinge of worry is on his face.
Do you have any actual alcohol? He just smirks.
Any other concerns? Kind of
Right.
looks to the rest of the group.
Suppose other than being on the lookout, our businesses we concluded.
I would request that none of you leave town until our investigation is complete.
Wasn't planning on it.
If we find that your information that you have provided is incorrect, it will be the stocks for all of you. We do not tolerate spreading misinformation and unhappiness in this realm.
Oh, but of course, and that's why we didn't want to discuss this with anyone else.
I appreciate you keeping a lid on this. If the people that Isaac rounds up corroborate your story, and my guards find something under the city, then we'll know your story is accurate, and you'll be free to go.
If our story is accurate, and I look right at him, I go, we just saved this entire town.
And you would be well thanked for it at the festival. I do hope to see you all there, as attendance is required after all.
Of course, if we're not elsewhere on business. We do have our own errands to run.
We are but simple travelers.
He just kind of looks at you all like, very well. You may go.
Thank
Cool.
you.
We will
And
follow up
if you-
with you as soon as we have more of our own investigation complete.
Of course. Well, if you need us in the meantime, our beds for the evening are at the Blue Water Inn.
Very well. And he kind of just nods, sits down, and begins to tap his fingers on the desk.
Cool.
As you all begin to exit the room one by one, you there. As a couple of you have gotten out of the room, he's now addressing Irina. You look very familiar. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel as if I recognize you. Where are you from? Irina's just gonna kind of turn and say, I'm the daughter of the late Kolyan Indirovich, the former burgomaster of Barovia. Indeed. And what is your business in Valaki? Kind of like winces as she just responds. To get away and forget the land that I knew. There's nothing there for me, so there's safety here for me. Makes sense. Well, my condolences for the passing of your father. You are more than welcome to make Valaki your new home. And Irina just kind of nods as she heads out the door with the rest of you all. Back into this hallway. Down one direction you see two doors and a dead end, and then the pathway in which you came back down the stairs. And one of the guards is kind of standing outside the door itself, waiting for you all to exit and then to follow you, presumably to try and lead you all out of the manor itself. What would you like to do?
Leave.
Okay.
Find more alcohol.
Leave and find more alcohol.
Hopefully not post alcohol.
We're outside. We're outside the manor already?
I would say yeah. You walk through the base floor, back to the room with a bunch of sticks, twigs, and twine, and then you are back outside of the manor itself. I will put you all back on the world map just so
Okay.
you don't.
I'm gonna
confuse
make
anybody.
like a mental note of those sticks and twigs and shit.
Yeah. I just mentioned to the group of like, I think we probably should head to the inn. Some of us are hurt.
And it is probably about 6 o'clock at this point.
Yes, rest seems very welcome.
Okay.
In character yawn as well as out of character.
And so
I'm gonna say to Irina as we're walking, maybe you should stick close to the big guy a bit. I don't trust.
Never trust the Burgermeister.
I can't help but get the feeling that everybody has some kind of interest in me for no reason. Is that just me? Am I being paranoid?
Oh no,
Oh,
there's
no.
reason, my friend.
Yes, we all see it as well.
I'd like to stick with you all if possible. And you all make your way, winding through the city once again. Once more past the large Toymakers building. The sign on the front of the door has switched from open to close, and you all make it back to the main street of Valaki with the Blue Water Tavern to your right.
I want to do a perception check to see if anyone's following us.
Make a perception check. Go for it. You're the crafty monk.
Meh, crafty.
Not that you're aware of. Nobody seems to be behind you directly on the path behind you. You don't see any town's guard around or anything like that. As you all make your way back to the Blue Water Tavern, or the Blue Water Inn, I apologize. The Blue Water Inn, the Blue Water Inn, it's an inn with blue water.
Wow, incredible.
Hey, I try, man.
Number one hit single.
If your water's blue, you're probably having some trouble with your fucking water clearing system.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I need to do 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things, 4 things. Okay. So, that's that. As you all are... Can you all see you? Can you all hear you? Are you all...
I can see a quarter
Okay,
of me.
there it is. It just popped
You
up
can
for
see
me.
a quarter of you.
Oh, now I can see me.
Everybody sees them. Okay, so you all are now back outside of the Blue Water Tavern. Or Blue Water Inn. It's an inn. It needs to be called an inn. Ominous music away. Impatiently is Osgood trying to figure out where he's going. You can take your movement eventually, you know this, right?
Yeah, no, I'm fully aware.
You do notice on the hearth of the building itself are 4 ravens that are just kind of like watching you all. And another 3 are perched on the top of this building over here. Do you enter the tavern, or do you go upstairs to your rooms? The stairs to your rooms is here, the entrance to the tavern obviously here.
Kelma just blurts out. He's like, he grabs Irina hand, and he's like, let's head to the room.
If people would like food, perhaps I'll see if we can get some sent up while you guys head upstairs.
Okay.
I climb the stairs and jump off the balcony.
Wait, what's Kelma doing?
I
Grandma
grabbed.
grabbed Irina's hand and went up to the rooms.
Oh,
Disappearing after doing that.
Oh.
Scroll up, Fig, your next map up.
Okay. Oh.
And actually zoom out because I'll just delete this wall because that's easier.
Okay.
I enter the wall.
Sorry. There you go. Okay. Everybody should be able to see something of something. Oh no, wrong wall. Shit. The wrong wall. Here we go. Boom. Okay,
Yeah.
that's better. Now everybody should be able to see, at least on fixed screen, both floors. This is how we're gonna do this for a second. Oh no. Kelma, you have the keys in hand, and you do know that this room and this room were both provided for your group.
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of that, and now you can get into those rooms.
Okay. So there's 3 bedroom and there's 4 bedroom in here.
4 bedroom and 2 bedroom.
Bedroom. Okay. So I just mentioned to Irina. I point to the room with the 2 bedrooms, and I go, it might be good for you to stay. You be staying with Gwen.
Would make a lot of sense. She's just gonna step into the room, look back. If we can get some food up here, that would be appreciated. But if not, I understand. I just want to thank you for keeping an eye on me. Come on.
It's fine. Just try not to open the door unless it's one of us. At least for right now. And just stay safe. And I will see where the food's at.
So you're sitting on the bench. What are the rest of you all doing? Fiona walked in the bar and has just sat down.
Can I like look down at the bar? Is this like these?
Yes, you can see it open through here.
Okay. So I'm just looking. I'm just gonna look down and see kind of what's what.
Yeah. So you would see what's going on the first floor.
Yeah.
What's happening?
While they were
Trovic,
doing.
What are you doing?
I guess I'll go up to a room.
So up the stairs you would go, and eventually you would get to this piece of the map up here. And the rooms available are this 4-bedroom down here and this 2-bedroom over here.
Am I supposed to see what's happening?
Can you not see again?
Yeah, because he's not in. I'm not seeing him at all.
Oh, there, flip. This non-having sight is gonna piss me off. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, there he is. He's appeared.
Sorry.
Hello.
So, yeah, you've gone up to the stairs. It's this token thing. I gotta fix it. That's on me. It's
Yeah.
a DM problem. I'm bad DM. I fixed things and thought I would be cool with the cat caves, and it's done nothing but backfire in my face. So
Yeah.
we'll have it fixed by
Okay.
next week.
People in there.
Yeah, I point to. I just go to Trovic and I just point to the door on the side. I go, Irina and Gwen. That's their room, and I point to the front door and go, that's our room.
This one here. This one?
No.
No.
The
The one straight down the
in
hall.
front. Yeah, this.
All the
room
way
right
down the
here.
hall. That's
Yep.
ours.
You're in the right one. There you go. It's got 4 beds. They're all of normal size. Probably a little small for you, Trovic, but you can fit into the bed. It's not like it's made for tiny people. It's made for normal people. You're kind of a big people, so it kind of works out.
Yeah.
I'm a tall normal people.
I mean, yeah, I would say so. Your foot's probably hanging off the bed in a weird backwards Minotaur style, I would assume. That's good. What are you doing?
Hiding inside of a keg.
Cool.
I love messing her out at the shadows. So good. Oh no.
I'm just standing between the 2 doors, acting like almost like a guard.
Cool.
Here goes my mini.
Yeah. So while they were all doing stuff upstairs, I'm gonna come in and attempt to order food.
Okay.
Everyone.
While that's going on, I just kind of want to get a lay of the inn and see if I see anyone kind of like staring at like Branwyn or Osgood or anything.
Okay. As you kind of look around, you notice that there are the two heavily dressed hunters in the corner, still sitting there. There are far less people around now than there were. You see a group of two people on the bottom side of the room that just kind of look at the newcomers into the room, these people down here. And you see the older gentleman, Erwin, just kind of like standing, tending the bar. You do not see Danica at all.
Got it.
And you do not see Rictavio either.
Got
But
it.
as far as you can tell, nobody's really staring. They just see new people coming to the bar, and then it kind of just
Yeah, just a
goes back
normal
to quiet
look.
conversation.
Yeah, just the quick like, who's that? Oh, and go back.
Yeah, right. Yep. Erwin kind of greets you and just, what can I do you for?
Ah, yes. I was wondering if it was possible to have food sent up to our rooms.
Of course. Would that be the normal beef stew and local bread, or would you like to upgrade to the wolf steak?
I believe the beef stew would be sufficient for all of us. Thank you.
All right, so I'll put you down for 6, and we'll get that taken care of for you.
Wonderful. And maybe drink? I just look at the people behind me.
Gaynor would nod and use drinks.
Yes, and a drink for everyone, please, as well.
Fair enough. It'll be 3 silver each for the drinks, and the food is complimentary with the rooms. And he
I believe
begins
we
to-
started a tab. Did we start a
Indeed.
tab?
I'll add it to it, and he kind of reaches under the cash box of sorts with pieces of paper under it and stuff like that, and he just kind of like marks off and tacks on the price of the 3 wines.
Wonderful.
And he begins to pour the glasses of wine and just kind of hand them to you one by one to distribute to your group if you wish. Gaynor is going to take the glass from you, as I would assume Osgood is as well.
I look at it with suspicion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like gonna sort of sniff it slightly and then drink.
Yeah.
And Erwin, noticing this, is just going to be like, "Well, what's wrong?
just
The finest wine in the
long day.
land."
A long day.
It's been a day.
Do you say so? He's gonna kind of go to the back for a second, put in the order, and then come back. Yeah. What are you all doing?
I was gonna say
just
start
waiting
looking
for
at the
food.
deck of chance, but then I realized what that would possibly imply, and I'm like, nope, never mind, not doing that.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna wait
I
for
am.
I'm gonna wait for the food, and I don't know if they're gonna take it upstairs or if they want me to take it upstairs or what.
They would run it upstairs for you.
I'm gonna drink my drink and then head upstairs.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Alright. So, as you all Gaynor will follow suit, not trying to do any super investigative stuffs. We'll say for the purposes of map stuff. Ooh,
Doop.
now you're on the second map. There you go.
Hey,
As you all head upstairs,
you guys
Levitate.
floated up here.
Gaynor is going to hop into the room.
Well,
Obviously, you can all go and do you. I'm going to put you all in the room.
Seeing him on the balcony, I'm just gonna kind of say, "So you hear there's food coming then?"
I stop Gwen
Yes.
for a second and I go, "Are you doing okay?"
Thanks to you. Yes. Thank you.
What about more of that? And I point to where her pendant is. I go, What's the story?
A little something I concocted in case things became hairy. I can't be healed by normal means. So a little something. I'll need to make more though. It's gonna be fun.
Is it easy to make?
Now, one of the ingredients is fairly easy to come by, the other not so much. I have one of the not so common ingredients. But after that, who knows when I'll be able to make another.
What happens if you don't?
You've seen me taking potions before, yes?
Yeah.
They allow normal healing to heal me. If I run out of those, this will heal me. If I run out of that, and I take too much damage, I cannot be healed by normal means, and I will have to rest. So if I go down and someone tries to heal me, they will kill me.
Best to make sure everyone knows. I just so happen to remember.
It's a conversation that will have to be had. I was hoping that wouldn't happen this quickly.
Well, you're stuck with us. So, you better have it soon. Because, and Kama kind of looks down for a second. He's like, no one's going to die. And I don't know what you are. But, you're not going anywhere. I don't like secrets. I don't like games.
Secrets are
be-
necessary for my existence.
Well, for us. And then I just kind of then I just step back and let her walk by.
Oops.
I was gonna say, you're gonna love poker then.
Okay. So as you all enter your own rooms, a few moments later, about 10 or 15 minutes, you hear a knock on the doors. The girls' room first, and then the men's room. And you see two little boys, probably no older than 7 and 11. They seem to be bringing up trays of stew of sorts, a beef stew, and a couple of loaves of bread. 2 bowls and 1 loaf of bread go into the girls' room, and 4 bowls and 2 loaves go into the guys' room. Little kids, they look a lot like the owner and the owner's wife. You can feasibly gather they're probably their children who work around the store and things like that. But they smile and give kind of a peckish nod. One of them is wearing a small beret, and the other's just kind of wearing like a child's like school uniform type thing, almost like a school suit, if that makes sense. And they just kind of deliver the food, get it to you. The beef stew is warm. The bread is fresh as you can get in Valaki. And you have a warm meal as you're sitting on somewhat comfortable beds. They seem to be stuffed with some kind of straw. But you take solace in the fact that there's a little bit of peace here, and you're kind of in and resting and doing for the better part of the evening. Are you all doing anything else? Are you taking long rests, or what are we doing here?
I take out some tools and start working on my pistol, cleaning it and oiling it and all that.
I'm gonna give everyone time to sort of eat and get settled, hopefully not sleep, and then I'm gonna kind of give...
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going in the room. Come on, my bad.
He just
No, you're good.
leaves. He runs down the hallway.
I mean, I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Irina a nod and said, "Come with me. We need to talk as a group."
What do you suggest?
You're not.
We're
Table
not
right
in
here.
the same room, Chi. I'm talking to Irina.
Fuck.
Listen to
Right, I
social
thought you were
cues.
talking to the group.
No, not yet. Social cues, Chi. Social cues.
English. I can't use it properly.
I said it was
It's
the
hard
right
for
way.
Canadians. I know. No. Irina's just gonna kind of look at you and. Okay, if you say so. And she's just gonna like stand up off the bed. At this point, she's pretty much taken off her half plate armor and put down her weapons and stuff and just kind of tucked her stuff away. But she's just in common clothes. She's gonna kind of follow you out where you decide to go.
Just coming in here.
Boop,
I'm just gonna
boop.
give a knock just to make sure everyone's decent.
Is everyone decent? These are the questions.
You hear
Alright.
a sharp swear from the other end and the sound of his shirt being put back on.
Mhm. Fair enough.
May we come in?
You hear Gaynor shout and say, well, nobody's stopping you.
Jesus.
I was being polite.
And that kindness is appreciated.
As you all are now in this 4-bed room, what are you doing?
So, it's come to my attention recently that my current arrangement no longer works, and we need to have a discussion.
Do we?
We do.
Well,
Alright.
you all know what I am now, thanks to that. And
Big shrug.
being a DHAMPIR comes with its drawbacks. And especially now that I'm aware that one of my party members is a healer, this is going to become awkward very quickly.
Oh. Oh. You mean... Right.
I'm just gonna give him a look like, what?
I am a priest, right? I suppose that would be a problem, wouldn't it?
And no, you misunderstand me. I have
Oh.
nothing wrong with priests. It's
Ah.
just that you can heal, and that can kill
Right.
me.
Right. Sure. It can? I wasn't entirely... Okay, that's good to know. What doesn't? What heals you?
Healing. So it's complicated. My dual nature means that under normal circumstances, your healing would hurt me. Whatever power you put to heal would kill me.
Right.
I, however, have come up with solutions over the years, thanks to some friends of mine and my knowledge of some less than savory potion making that can temporarily negate that issue. You've seen me taking potions in combat before, I presume.
Yes, that's interesting. If we were in Alva, that would be an incredibly important item. You'll have to give me the
No,
recipe at some point.
it doesn't heal itself, and it
Oh,
is
I know. The negation.
to any of you. It is lethal to any but my kind.
I'm aware. There are vampires spawn on Alva.
Are there now?
Aye. Some of the nobility on Blusterport. He nods a couple times casually, sits back, reclines.
You and I will need to have a conversation another time, perhaps.
Aye.
So basically, what you're saying, Irina kind of pipes up, is we need to be more careful. You need to stay out of harm a little bit more. And I assume you'll need to find some of these ingredients sooner rather
Yes.
than later.
I have supplies of my normal potion for now. And I have things to make another, I believe. That one isn't the issue. The issue is I made 2 potions. And the second of which requires some slightly less common ingredients to come by. It is, while the first removes the things that I dislike of my nature, the second enhances them. It's very much a last resort potion. Unfortunately, Kelmar had to use that today. Was hoping to not have to this soon.
Hmm.
Though I suspect we'd all be dead.
So
if
what does
he
this mean?
hadn't. It means that I have the one ingredient to make another, and the chances of finding that ingredient in this land are very rare. And to be honest, if we did, I would want to burn it all because it would be very bad because vampires. It's
Aye.
very addictive to them. Yeah, this potion cannot get in the hand of Strahd, by the way. Just so that you're all on the same page as me.
Mm.
It would make him deadly.
Hmm.
The other ingredient is human blood.
Hmm.
Afraid I won't be able to help there.
Well, I say human. I have never tried it on a KALASHTÁR, or I think it would be fine, considering I got it from my friend before, who is half-elven.
Mm.
Do you need some now?
I was hoping to brew another of those emergency potions.
Well, I've already lost a pint of blood for you already. Might as well again.
It's only an ounce. It's
That's slightly more comforting.
just gonna look at him. Because I had to use that blood. I had enough to make another, but I had to use it in the end to do it today.
Irina's just gonna pipe up. So obviously it saves you, but what else does it do to you? You said it brings out the, for lack of a better term, uh, more sinister parts of
Makes us
your
for blood.
character. She's just gonna kind of put her hand up to her neck and touch at the 2 holes that are still there.
Similar notion
Normally,
for me.
blood has no effect for my kind. That potion, I could heal myself with blood. It sends me into some sort of blood frenzy.
Mhm.
It's a last resort.
Grave
Only.
last resort indeed. Okay, well,
If
I
I
think-
might,
go for it.
if I might make one final question. If I were to cast necrotic energy on you, would that heal you?
No. I'm still
No.
human after all.
Right.
Partially, at least.
So it's not like a normal vampire. Right. Good to
Mm.
know.
I suppose we are all better off for knowing.
Well, you can count yourselves one of a group of only now 7, not including myself, that know what I am. So that's a thing.
Hmm.
Well, the story probably knows my father. 8, 9. This land is making it more and more, and
Of all the places that it could happen, being the land of vampires probably actually isn't that terrible. Imagine being in a place where you're executed on sight.
which would be back home.
Probably.
Irina's just gonna kind of look at Osgood. Or in Valaki.
Fair. Are we entirely sure that this room is soundproof?
I mean, we haven't exactly been chatting.
Right.
Irina, now looking thoroughly more tired, is just gonna. Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'm probably gonna turn in for the night. I think it's probably do us all a bit of good to get some rest, and we can pick up on whatever needs doing tomorrow, I guess.
Aye.
Kama goes to the
I'll
door
leave it.
to kind of open the door open.
And Irina's gonna nod and smile and kind of disappear out of one door and walk through the other, getting back into the small room. Kitty is sitting on Trovik's chest.
I kind of look over at Trophic real quick, and I just go, "Can you train that thing, or is it just gonna hang around?"
Do backflips. Jump through a hoop.
I put my
So you
hand
kinda-
on Branwen's shoulder as she walks by, and I just kind of give her like a little nod.
And I'm gonna say, as I told you, I thrive on secrets.
And I just close the door.
Gianor is going to, as that's all going on, he's going to be like, you all just hear him kind of mumble, just shut up, just not right now. This is once again talking to himself.
Shut up, mage.
For once, I agree.
Just gonna kind of roll over and grumble. Trovik, the cat is now asleep on your chest, and you all are able to do what you will. It is evening, nighttime now. The sky outside is darkish, and you can attempt to rest if you wish. Trovik is out before the cat.
You know.
How difficult is it to get on the roof of this place?
Oh my god.
From what you understand now, there is no way to the roof of this place.
Okay, so I can't like jump out the window, climb the wall, and get on from there?
I mean, you can try. I wouldn't
Probably not
recommend
worth
it.
it.
All the windows are
Yeah.
barred.
Yeah.
You have to break a window first.
What time is it?
Alright.
It's like
It's like 7 or 8 o'clock. It's
Okay.
nighttime.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to the ladies' room. I'm just gonna knock on the door real quick, and try to get Gwen's attention.
I mean, I'm gonna motion for Irina to stay put.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna answer it.
I don't say anything. I just take out a long piece of string with 2 bells on it, and I just put it in her hand, and I just kind of say, "The door for tonight," and then I just walk back to my room.
Okay, I nod and set it up on the inside of the door. Which bit is the door open?
Um,
I'm assuming
That's a
it
good
opens
question.
like towards me, right? Or is it open towards her?
You know, the things they don't tell you in
I mean,
manuals.
either way works. 'Cause either someone's gonna trip on it, or
Yeah.
they're gonna
Yeah.
knock on the door into it. So
Yeah, I would say it opens inward toward the room itself,
Fine.
Yeah.
not toward the stairway, because the stairway is so
Yeah, narrow.
narrow. The walkway is narrow, so
Yeah.
I would say the structural design would be open inward for both doors, all doors in this place, really.
I'm gonna put it because
yeah.
I'm assuming we're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, oops.
What you doing, Oz?
I'm gonna wait until like probably midnight, 1 o'clock. And then if nothing happens, I'm gonna sneak out a little bit.
Person that needs a long rest.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm just trying to. I'm wanting to wait until like I'm sure that everybody's asleep before going. I'll make sure that I can still get a long rest in.
I mean, I'm talking out of character.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give
Well,
you a
yeah,
little. I'm just gonna give. I'm
I'm
just gonna
probably
give you a
waiting.
little FYI. I
Yes.
put the string on the front door of ours too.
Mm,
There's a bowstring on the front door as well. Yes. Okay. So,
Just
as you all begin
stare
to
at
drift into Sleepy Time Land, and Kelma has rigged the door with the bells, and Brandon has done the same. Trovik's dead asleep. Gaynor begins to pass out, grumbling to himself. Irina's gone. She's out. Kelma, you begin to drift into sleep. Branwyn, you are also out. And Osgood, you were pretending to sleep until you assume that everybody is out-ish.
mhm.
At this point, it's about 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Kelma, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Fuck.
Come on. 15.
Nice.
Time for me to make this.
Branwyn, Osgood, Trovik, and Gaynor, I need a wisdom saving throw.
With advantage?
I get advantage.
Why do
Why
you get advantage?
Advantage on wisdom. It says under my saving throw tab.
But that's only in tracking.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh well, I got a 20
Oh.
anyways.
Mind affecting effects?
Could be.
I'm asking.
I'm thinking. Give me a second.
Is this something that KALASHTÁR gets?
Yeah, no. Wouldn't she get it? It's KALASHTÁR, not for his class. Psychic
is-
effects.
let me check. It's not a psychic effect. It's
Yeah.
the- And his advantage to the wisdom stuff is for it's
Dual
for
mind.
his
Oh no,
future.
dual mind. KALASHTÁR dual mind. You have advantage on all wisdom saving throws.
There you go.
Fair enough.
I knew there was a KALASHTÁR thing for that.
See, and this is why we don't know as a DM.
Yep.
Okay. I would say it's not a mind affecting
Okay.
effect, so I would say no. Straight roll.
I was hoping. It's fine. Oh,
Oh.
Oh no.
I
Oh
knew it.
no.
I knew it. I felt it coming.
Yeah, you did.
Oh no.
That's
And
why
I will make this for everybody else. Okay, so Gaynor saves Nim because you rolled a natural one.
Yep.
You are the one who fails out of this entire thing.
That's bad.
And in your dreams, you feel cold. Along with everything that's happened to you, the harrowing, the almost dying, you have what appear to be some sort of nightmares, flashes from your past, things that went wrong. You see the scene that kind of set you on your way and your destination in that street in the road, following behind your father at the time when you were much younger. And you feel that helplessness once again. You feel the anger and the rage that you felt that day. You feel cold. You feel chills. And your sleep is restless for the evening. Everybody else, Kelma, you now no longer feel that cold, piercing stare that you felt every night prior. Your dreams are somewhat peaceful. Everybody else continues with their sleep. Osgood, as you now notice that everybody's asleep and you begin to stand up, and just as you're about to attempt to walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
You notice the bells.
Hmm.
If you're trying to get around the bells, I would say make a sleight of hand check.
Is there any way that I can disable them before I go through and then re-enable them again?
I mean, it's like bells are strung from
Right.
one side of the door to the other, up
Right,
against the
right,
door.
right.
The sleight of hand check
So I
is to
can't
try
like
and.
reset it. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I mean, no.
Um,
If you move it, it's gonna. It's set for like once it's disturbed, it's disturbed.
All right.
And basically, the sleight of hand check is to try and move it without jingling the bells too much.
In that case, he'd probably look at it and make a decision and then go back to bed.
As
He'd look
you
annoyed.
kind of crawl back into bed, you hear a knock on your door. It knocks 4 times
Okay.
and then stops.
Would anyone hear? Was it a loud knock or?
It was decently loud. What's your passive perceptions? I think the average group passive is 13, right? Yeah.
Where would I see passive perception? Oh no, hold on.
Character sheet
Yeah.
under with census in that
Passive
box.
perception 12.
12. Okay. And I think the group average is 13. In all honesty, because everybody's either 12 or 13. So
Yeah.
we'll say it's
I'm
13.
14.
14.
You hear the sound of a
Oh,
pistol
there you go.
cocking, probably.
Never mind that. Cool.
You hear the knock on your door,
Mhm.
and Branwen, you all hear a knock on your door as well. You hear a female's voice, and hello, are you awake? Hello.
After a moment, what in the world could you possibly want at this hour?
Does it sound like the barkeep?
Does.
Okay, I'm gonna try and carefully remove the bells.
I'll do
So I
the
don't
same
worry
thing.
Okay. As you all both begin to remove the bells, they jingle a little bit. Irina's kind of startled. The rest of you in the room kind of stir groggily.
Oh, not Kelma.
Whereas-
He's not stirring groggily. He literally jumps up with his quarterstaff in hand and leaps forward with a thing. He's like inches from cracking Osgood across the face.
As he moves, he would probably find the pistol up and cocked. He'd be like, "Come."
What? He's just
Calm the fuck down. There's somebody at the door.
and Kelma just like looks.
Slowly sheath it.
That's because that's what those bells were for. It was
Precisely.
Okay.
Yeah. Open door.
As both of you open the door, you see Danica standing, kind of gesturing all of you. I do hate to bother you, but it's a matter of some urgency. If you would
Don't-
please, I would request that you follow me and come and have a discussion with myself and my husband in our room.
It's not about the wine again, is it?
It's about a little bit more than that, dear.
Right. Well, I was looking to get out anyways.
Erwin wanted to speak with you adventurers and travelers a little more freely, but could not with all the patrons in the tavern at the time.
I assume this has to do with the festivals.
Everything will be explained.
Right. He
I
looks
just
back
need
at
you to
Kelma.
trust me.
What do you think?
well, doesn't hurt to listen. And you don't know
Right.
if it has to do with the festival, considering that we just met the Burgmeister, or whatever his stupid title is.
fucking idiot in the fancy suit.
So let's figure this out. And I'm assuming Gaynor and Trovik are awake.
Yeah, I would assume the Gaynor stirred. I don't know if Trovik stirred, but I would assume so.
Yeah, if they're awake, I'm like, I just kind of come back and go, hey, someone wants to speak to us about something. Looks like things.
Sorry.
Gaynor's gonna just kind of like hop out of bed. And... Another day, no rest. Awesome.
When has there ever been rest for a group like ours?
Most of the time, you can hear my voice pipe up from the other door. As I look really just exhausted. Just
like 2 days ago, we had rest outside. We come to this town, we don't get rest.
You know,
Precisely.
unlike the rest of you, I'm used to a very good bed.
When you sleep on a ship as long as I have.
I'm basically just grumbling as I'm following everyone out.
Yeah, me too. I'm just.
And she's going to begin.
Nodding over.
While everyone's walking out, I grab my string and bells.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, as the group walks out back onto the balcony itself, you can see on the other balcony across from you that doesn't have a connecting stairway or pathway around, you do see the stairs going up that Rictavio had originally taken when he left the bar on the first floor. You all go back down the stairs, outside, and through the front of the tavern once again, ending up on the far staircase over yonder. And I will do a move here because it's easier.
Over there.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So you're going up this staircase into this room here as Danica leads the way. And as she kind of clicks the lock and opens the door, Cat still sitting on Trovik's head. Cat gets no sleep either.
I mean, Cat's probably going to fall asleep on his head while we're talking. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's a cat. The door clicks open, and the heavy iron door kind of like slides backwards. You see that there's a fire lit in the fireplace, and you can just see peering through the door as you all are right at the entrance. The man who owns this tavern, Erwin Mardikoff, is sitting in a black nightgown of sorts. Obviously, everybody's in sleepy type clothes and shit like that, but he's sitting there, stoking the fire, putting another log on as you all begin to enter the room. He has a very grim look on his face, and his wife kind of steps aside inside of the room, motioning you all in. And that's where we're going to stop today.
Oh, okay.
So,
Broody.
the plot thickens. The things are the things. You all are in the room here. Yada, yada, yada. I will do a last position move just to get everybody in the room. This is not going to be the final place that you all end up, but you're here. Boom.
Yep.
In a room with a kitty. And
never forget the kitty.
Who is here.
It is real crowded in here.
Yeah.
It is a very tight quarters, but
Jesus.
you all are in the same room.
I mean,
and that's where we're going to leave off.
There are like 7 people in a single bedroom. So
yeah.
He just turns in his nightgown stroking a cat.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Bond.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So
back over to you, Fig.
All right. Just want to.
We're all in a room.
Yeah, we're all in a room. So I want to thank everyone in chat. Thank you guys so much for coming out and joining us. Again, if you like this D&D stuff and if you ever missed a session, you can catch all the episodes on the One Shot Tavern. I just put a link of that in there. It's a brand new YouTube channel, and it would mean a lot if you haven't done so already to subscribe to the One Shot Tavern. I appreciate that a lot. Big thanks to everyone that came out. Huge thanks to the new follows that we got today, and Zara for subscribing for 12 months to the channel. And Cisco Ben, Dollar D&D, Alt, Hazer Games, and Alambo for the raid. You guys' support for this is greatly appreciated. We'll be back with a brand new session this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So before we head up, does anyone else have anything to add?
Well, I know that I've been away quite a bit over the past little bit. It is now starting to get into winter. I'm no longer making any trips. I should be around for future sessions pretty much constantly.
Good stuff.
That's good.
Good.
I don't have anything to plug. I think we're all good.
All right.
But thank you guys so much for spending your time with us. Make sure everybody stays safe, stays healthy, and we'll see you all next week.
All right, guys. You guys take care, and I will be back with my normal streams on Monday. You have a great night. Bye-bye.